We don't bow to lies. We stand for truth, faith, and family. This is Break the Machine! Whoever wore the patch, for every heart that still believes. We don't just talk about freedom, we live it! Break the machine, let the truth ignite. Raise your voice, it's time to fight the fight. Big Red One and Daywalker's light, shining faith and freedom through the night. This is Break the Machine, where patriots speak loud and truth never dies.
Good evening, America. Welcome back to another episode, first day of December, Break the Machine podcast. Just to give you guys a quick heads up before we bring in our guest, KaylaVerbatim, who's brought to us by the Girl Dad Official. So they'll be both telling their stories. You guys have heard Girl Dad's story before. You will hear it again tonight because it's just a very important message for both of them. To talk about the madness, unfortunately, that continues to go on in California with schools and just in general the indoctrination of our kids. And these are just two patriots that are continuing to fight for not only their children but others as well. And we need to continue to bring these people on to make sure they continue to get the message out. Hopefully some more people in California will start jumping on board. There is a movement going on. We've had plenty of people in the past on the show fighting the same fight and whatnot, going to school boards and everything. But it's a fight that just needs to be had and needs to be won. And the only way it's going to be won is by more and more people getting louder and louder and louder, and eventually booting the idiots in charge in this beautiful state of California. You guys know that Cali has a little place in my heart as well because I was going back and forth there as a kid with family and whatnot. So I was stationed out there when I was at Camp Pendleton. And I've always enjoyed being out in California, and it's a very beautiful state. And it's sad to see the state it is in politically. Still a very gorgeous place to go to and whatnot. Just a few things before I bring them up. Don't forget, on December 13th is movie night. The voting is going on, and it looks like Die Hard is still winning, still in the lead. But that's going to probably come to an end, the voting soon, because next Saturday is the movie, and Jonathan's probably going to shut that down at some point. So make sure you get your vote in. Make sure you hit up the Discord and whatnot and everything. And then just so you guys know, Wednesday Blondie will be back. Friday, Red Day will be back as well. He's traveling, so he's not here with us tonight. So without further ado, let's bring in the Girl Dad Official and Kayla Verbatim so we can get rocking tonight. What is going on? Hi, Kayla.
Hello.
Thank you for coming to hang with us tonight. I really appreciate you taking your time on a Monday night where you could probably be doing something better. So I appreciate you coming in to tell your story. And Girl Dad, it's always good to see you, man. So I'm glad you could be here to tell your story again because we need to hear it again. But introduce
Well,
yourself, Kayla.
Hi, I'm Kayla. I'm a mom. I have two daughters and super into politics, nothing on a huge scale. I do TikTok debates, live streams mostly. But now getting a little bit more local in political activism.
Local is very important. We stress that a lot on this show. It's way more important than the national level. Not that the national level isn't, but if you can't fix what you need to fix on the local level, you're going to be continuously stuck in a rut. And it's just very important. We are constantly telling people that when the ballots come out in your states, no matter what state you're in, every year there are elections somewhere. And there's usually elections in your state. Check your county, your town, your village, wherever you live, and stuff like that. In order to try to make things right, in particular, you should really be paying attention to your district attorneys. You should be paying attention to the judges that are on the local levels that you can actually vote in, because these are the people that are, letting this bullshit go on all over
Hmm.
the country, in particular in California and stuff like that. And what's very, very important that most people have found out now, having seen what went on during COVID. It started with Loudoun County getting loud on the East Coast in Virginia, and it has spread across the nation. And now we hear a lot of it coming from your state in California. School boards. You absolutely must pay attention to who you're putting on the school board. But let's get into your story because I know you got a real one.
Yeah, I honestly missed a ton of opportunity when it came to the school board. I've always been focused on American politics as a whole. Although I do vote locally, I'm not as involved. So I got my rude awakening when my daughter came home. It was, I think, like November 7th, so just recently.
right.
She came home and she gave us this homework that she had been sent home. And it was a bunch of questions asking her about how she would feel if she had same-sex attractions,
Good Lord.
based on some book that they're reading. Mind you, this is English class, which was even more shocking for me because I had signed her out of human interaction.
Right.
So they just pretty much put it in her other classes. Um, so I'm looking at it and it's alluding to hiding underage sex from your parents, gender and body dysmorphia, saying that if you live in a religious household, your parents will just off you essentially if you come out. I mean, it was pretty bad. So I
Was
emailed
this?
the principal
I'm just
immediately.
curious. Just was this like on, like, how we used to get a sheet of paper for take home homework and stuff like
Yes,
that, or was this like a pamphlet, a booklet?
their printout sheets. I actually posted them all on TikTok as well, like in a playlist, so people can kind of
Hmm.
follow the homework that has been sent home. But they all came home on a printout to be written down.
And what
Yeah,
grade is what grade?
she's a junior.
Junior. Okay.
In high
Yeah,
school. So this is high school level, right? So,
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're pushing this on every level, but I would
Hmm.
imagine that on the high school level, it's more intense, right? Because they got to get their hands really dug in, their fingers dug into your kids, um, because kids are still kids, even going through middle school. By the time they hit high school, their full identity, their brains have pretty much developed, okay, and they can figure things out perfectly on their own. So it's the confusion that they want to
Yep.
continuously. push into your kids. So, what was your daughter's response? Just curious.
Well, she handed it to me right away. My daughter is very well informed on politics, what our morals are as a family. And so she handed it to me immediately. It was like, you have to see this.
Mm.
And I was shocked. I was confused on why this was an English class. And she
Oh,
was
English
like, yeah,
class,
oh,
not even
yeah,
science, which is nothing
which
scientific about it, but
I uncovered actually a can of worms as to why it is English teachers. The school boards are doing combo teachers, so the English teachers are the human interaction teachers. They
Mine was
teach both.
actually a math teacher.
Yeah,
mm,
yeah.
My
They're
daughter's was a math teacher, and then did freshman seminar, which they said was a mandatory class, but it's an
oh, hold on,
elective. Yes,
hold on, brother. We just got rated.
nice.
Oh, we just got rated by the Quiet Part podcast. Welcome, Raiders. Absolutely appreciate it. You guys should enjoy this one. This is a good one tonight. We're going to be ripping into California yet again, the school system and whatnot. We have Kayla Verbatim with us tonight, the girl dad. You guys have seen him a lot lately. He's just all over the place with us, and he's here too. So he's going to retell his story with his daughters. Um, this is once again trying to protect your kids, and not only their own, but they're trying to protect your kids too with their efforts in the state of California. So sorry, go ahead, Kayla.
Yeah, I just think it's interesting that they're doing these combination teachers because those teachers are now bringing those issues into their other classrooms. So when
Right.
I dug into this teacher, she teaches human interaction, English, and gender and ethnic studies.
Gender and
So,
ethnic studies.
right. So it's an elective that you can now take. And I just find it interesting that you have to ask a parent for consent for human interaction, but you
Right.
don't have to do that if they're talking about it in any other class.
Hmm. I
That's
agree.
insane.
Yeah.
That is absolutely
Um,
insane.
California is a state to where they'd rather ask for forgiveness than permission, and they say, oh well, we gave you the ability to opt out of this, but then I never got a letter, I never got an email, my child never brought anything home. Like, we checked, we
mhm,
looked everywhere. I sent every single email the school ever sent me to my attorney, and
Mm.
my attorney went scoured every single email, and he's like, yeah, you never got it. And so the schools are supposed to send that home, and giving it to your child to give to you is an irresponsible way of doing that. We have emails now, so they
Correct.
need to send you an email stating this is an opt-out
Well,
form.
emails are considered legal documents now, right? And they've been for
Yep.
a very long time now. So if you send somebody an email, it's automatically a legal document. All right. So
Correct.
that's how they get away with not informing you. All right. It's like, well, I handed the letter. They went old school, right? Like, so they're
Yeah.
doing all these new world, new school indoctrination shit. But when it comes to informing parents, well, let's go a little old school. I'm going to hand a note to the child, and oh, make sure you put that in your book bag, right? And it sits in your kid's book bag for months, and you've never seen it, because that's what used to happen with us as kids when when we got stuff that we were supposed to bring home to give to our parents. We forget about it almost
Yeah.
immediately. The minute we walked out of school, we forgot
We
about it.
were idiots.
yep. And I mean, at least with my daughter's school, they admitted that, they never told us, they never asked us for consent. There was no permission slip. And I think is what really got me frustrated was when I reached out to the principal. We sat down and had a meeting, and honestly, I am shocked at how I was treated, pretty much saying that I am the only parent that has a problem. I'm the
Of
only
course you're
one
not.
complaining.
That's the
I
Well,
clearly
that's the
that's what
have,
they
typical
do.
spiel.
Yeah,
That's what they
that's
do.
the spiel. They go, oh well, you're the
yep,
only one, even though, I mean, my daughter's high school had to shut their phones off and shut their social medias off and everything because they were getting so much mail, and like, it was insane to where now it's all obviously calmed down. It's been over almost a year. Oh yeah, almost a year now. But it's to the point to where they'll just turn off all comments. They'll stop answering the phones at schools, which is also dangerous because if you need to call your kid out or you need to
Yeah.
do any of that, you
Yeah.
can't get a hold of them. They want your kids to now put their phones in a pouch, because they
Which
don't
is
want
what we're doing.
but the reason they do that, they don't want your kids to be able to take pictures of assignments that are on a board or anything like
Correct.
that. So my kid's assignment was on a projector, and they took a picture and sent it to me, and that's how that's how I found out about
So
it.
wait a minute. They're handing out Faraday bags, like
Yeah.
they're intelligence officers and shit.
Yep. And then
Like
and
there's
then if
intelligence going on.
Yeah, and then you have to sign a thing to where if your kid's phone goes off or they're caught using it, the phone gets taken away for the day, and then if it happens again, they'll take the phone away for a week or a month, and it's like, well,
Hmm.
no, that's my property. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I own that. You can't do that shit. That's
Yeah.
for my child's safety. If something happens at that school and I'm not notified right away, and my daughter calls me saying, "Hey, Dad, this is going on," my ass is going
Right.
straight there. And
Yeah.
so that's I understand it's a distraction, but it's also a safety precaution,
No, 100%. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, 100%. Let me just say hi to a few people there. We've been getting a lot of people. We've got 23 Patriots hanging with us right on a Monday
Hey,
night. Raging Gemini, good to see you. I saw Paris Bella there. Thank you from Vegas. Saw you. Rogue Nina's in the house. Haven't seen you in a while, hon. We miss you. C
Nina
Dub,
sent
once
me a
again,
funny
man.
video the other day.
Thanks for the raid. Powers 56. Powers, good to see you. We all did. I hope you had a great weekend as well. Jeanette Cruz, good to see you. Jeanette Cruz, I believe, is one of yours. She says she loves you. Just want
Oh
to
my
bring that
gosh,
up for
hi.
you. Again, Paris Bella is a veteran as well. Good to see you. We know who the girl that is. Boosh. What is going
I
on?
love you guys
Thank you for
all.
coming in and hanging. Love you all. You guys are absolutely fantastic. So now let's get into, well, actually, before I'm going to come back to you, Kayla, tell your story really quick, James, with your daughter. So just refresh everybody what happened with your daughter almost a year ago.
So the quick version is they tried having my daughter do an assignment which said you are now either gay or lesbian and you're beginning your coming out process.
Ah,
Um, which is just fucking insane. It's like, what?
okay.
And my daughter was just like, yeah, fuck that, and she walked out.
Right.
Well, I was
And
like,
what? And this was her math class? You said,
uh,
because you said it was a math teacher.
no. So this class is called What do you mean? Don't lie. Oh, oh, well, I don't know. She's talking to someone else apparently. No, so it's called freshman seminar. It's an elective that ninth graders can sign up for.
Okay.
And then I think it's between like freshman seminar and Avid, but they call it an elective, which means that you have a choice to take it or not.
Right.
But then
Correct.
when you talk to the school, they say, oh no, that's a mandatory class. And so I'm like, well, how can it be mandatory if it's an elective? That
Right.
doesn't make
It
like
doesn't make any sense. That doesn't
makes
compute.
zero sense. What are you doing? And
Yeah, there's
then
the
they're like, oh yeah,
compute that
no,
the math isn't mathing on that one.
yeah. And so then my daughter was just like, yeah, fuck that. She walked out, and a couple students followed suit. And
Hmm.
then I emailed the principal, and I'm like, hey man, like, what is this bullshit? I never got an
Right.
opt out, and this and that. He's like, and this is like right during Thanksgiving break, so this is almost
Mhm.
exactly a year ago. So then
Mhm.
I'm like, well, here, look, if you're not going to fix this, then I'm either going to take it to social media and the news. So he's
Right.
like, well, there's nothing I can do about it. Oh, okay.
Okay.
So that's when I put my story out on social media like that day. And I think like it was like 2 or 3 weeks later, it got picked up by Rooted Wings, who she's a big person on social media. Kindle in Kentucky picked it up. That Patriot teacher, Lindsey Graham, the Patriot Barbie, they all picked it up, and then it just kind of spread like wildfire.
Right.
Which was like, I was like, holy shit, like people messaging me, and like I was like, oh my gosh, what's going on? It was overwhelming at first, but yeah, I know someone whose school was not telling you. Yeah, yep. That
Yeah.
that's
So
that
Boosh
happens in
says,
California all the time.
yes, as I know someone whose school was not telling parents about students transitioning. School was calling them by a new name, and parents were like, "Who the fuck is that?" School's like, "Oh, that's his new name."
Yeah.
Insane, absolutely insane. So, all right, your daughters. We're gonna start with you, Kayla. I know your daughters are like, yeah. You guys can go scratch. You guys can jump on that. Just get right back on that chupacabra that you came in on. Ride that bitch right off the fucking cliff, straight back to hell. Okay. And what was the retaliation? Because I'm pretty sure there was retaliation from the school because of this.
Yeah, so for one, I kind of think that they just expected me to accept what they were saying, kind of a half-assed apology, and move on. Well, anyone that knows me knows that's not me. And I wanted to dig in to the school board and what they were teaching and all of that. So I actually have the emails pulled up just so I could
Yeah,
refresh
read
my
them.
memory. I did leave a voicemail originally for the principal. He wasn't in, and it was
They
a
never are.
Friday.
They
Right.
never are.
And it was a Friday. So I was like, okay, I probably won't hear back till Monday. So on Monday, I didn't give any information in an email. I just said I wanted a call. I didn't want any time to
Right.
cover anything up or make a story.
Correct.
Um, so finally, he gets a hold of me and we had a brief conversation on the phone about it. And he emailed me letting me know that he reached out to the teacher with my concerns and questions, and that she is following the department's pacing and novel selections. The novel being read in class is called Poet X. That's the name of this particular book. It says that all of our novels are board approved, and the curriculum is designed to engage students in discussion. What upset me about that particular line was about 2 years ago, maybe, my daughter got into an altercation with another girl at school because I guess it was said in a class discussion that my daughter was Christian and pro-life. Apparently, my daughter's not allowed to say that. So I was called into the office. It was this whole thing. I've already been upset about that. So the fact that they're saying, like, okay, we can teach this because it engages them in discussion, I don't really think you care about that because if it engages them in a discussion around Christianity or being pro-life, no longer allowed to be a discussion.
Right.
So I was already annoyed with that email, and that's kind of
I
where it
can see why. Yeah.
started. Yeah. So
I mean,
I kind
that's
of gave
the.
up on the email thing.
I think they have like a cookie cutter type email that they just send out because I got something
Yes.
that was very
It,
similar,
it
and then
is.
after that, I asked to talk to the superintendent, which the superintendent then had his assistant talk to me, and it's just this whole rigmarole. The principal will never talk to you personally.
Nope.
They'll send an assistant principal to like try to like smooth it over, and you're like, yeah, it's still not smoothed over. Like I'm not happy with this result. And
Right.
then another because they have like 4 or 5 assistant principals at schools now, so
Yeah.
they'll just cycle through all 5 of them,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
finally they'll be like, okay, well let's have a
You do a round robin with the assistant principals.
yeah, and
Yeah.
then after all of that, they go, well, let's have a sit down with the principal and the superintendent, and so they're trying to gang up on you as
Correct.
like a duo, and you're like, well, do I need to bring an attorney to this meeting?
Yeah.
Like dead serious, because these people, they're evil. The
They are.
people that are running the schools are evil. They do not care about our children. They only care about indoctrinating them and making them believe in this gender ideology, which is dangerous. I mean, if you look, I just posted a video yesterday, I believe, and it was this girl who said it better than I could. And so I was like, she crushed it. She said it better than I could. I just posted her video, gave her credit, and it's the transition rates from 2020 to now.
Yeah.
It spikes, and then it has a sharp decline for detransitioners. So it
Yeah.
was transitions, and then the
Yeah.
detransitions just like boom, and you're like, oh, I wonder why that is. Maybe they were lied to, and these kids were
Well,
made to take medications that physically
here,
altered
here,
them.
here's the sad thing about the unfortunate thing with these kids that are, the light bulb finally comes on internally for them. Okay. Because they have been, like you said, they've been lied to, they've been brainwashed, they were told was like, I was feeling uncomfortable that day. They could have had an itchy ass, but they were going to send you to the freaking guidance counselor, okay? And then the guidance counselor says, well, you're kind of feeling like you're out
Wait,
of
you
your
have an
body.
itchy ass? Nope,
Yeah.
you're gay.
They,
You're
really,
gay.
they could have literally been squirming, okay, in their
What's
freaking
up?
chair
What's up,
because their
Ashlyn?
ass was itchy, and they were like, go see the school psychologist because you're a tranny. You're a transformer now. We're just gonna transform you. And then they go
Yeah,
into,
literally.
okay, and they go into, seriously, and then it is a program, okay, that they all know about. They all been taught on how to do it. Okay, so as soon as they get their hooks in on your kids, listen, you can be the best parent in the world, all right? And what I try to tell people all the time, having been a parent myself, now a grandparent, okay, is that once your kids leave your home, okay, and you drop them off somewhere, they're at the mercy of wherever you drop them off, whether it's school, sports, whatever it is,
Yeah.
okay? So it's a constant battle to push back on this stuff. And like I said, the problem with unfortunately, with these kids who are detransitioning, now they're like adults, right? And they realize, like I said, the light bulb goes on. The support that they had when they transitioned and they got, pushed into all of this stuff and brainwashed to do all of this stuff and gaslit and everything goes away almost immediately. And they're
Yeah.
fighting this battle by themselves.
It's
Okay. And
insane.
it's absolutely insane. The only people who are supporting them are people like us who are like, it's all right, okay. We know that it's fucking. There's nothing more I can say. You're gonna be okay. You know, that's probably the best you can do, right? Because they're going through it and you're not. All right, but that's the sad thing is that the support that they had going up that peak to transition, they don't have it when they're bottoming out and they're falling down and they're ready to freaking absolutely, unalive themselves, okay, because they're not feeling right. There's a reason there's a 45% suicide rate among them. There's a reason for that. Okay, it's all not only just all the drugs that they pump into them, all the stuff that they've been told when they realize it's a lie. Okay, and they snaps to them and they're like, oh my god, what did I do to myself, right?
Yeah.
Because in just about every case really, not just about, it's irreversible when you pump this stuff into you. Okay.
They're doing irreversible harm to these children,
Correct.
and it's like they think it's funny or something. It's like, oh, haha, sorry, oops,
Yeah.
oopsies,
It's so true.
guys, we didn't mean any harm, oopsies, and you're like, fuck you, like you
And
made
it's just
sure my.
hypocritical because if they
I'm sorry,
actually
I get so
cared,
heated about this shit. I'm sorry,
if they
No,
I
actually
it's
really do.
okay.
cared about the children transitioning, they'd actually not want them on these drugs so young because like Jazz Jennings, for example, I don't know if you guys know much about
I
I
remember
know
her
Jazz.
exactly who
story,
Jazz
Yeah.
is.
but
Everybody
Jazz
everybody
Jennings
She
was
was
remembers
on
like the
that.
it,
most famous first transgender high schooler ever.
but she was on, or he was on it, I don't know, so early that there was not even enough tissue development to operate on. So it was so
Correct.
botched. So I'm like, if
Yeah.
you actually care, then just wait until
Yeah.
they're an adult.
And think about this, really quick. Hey, what's going on, Ash? Good to see you, man. Hope you're feeling better, brother. Hope we see you soon. And Britt Michelle, thank you for joining in. But here's
Hi,
the thing,
Brett.
okay? What's up? What's going on, Ray? Good to see you, man. Um, Again, in that case with Jazz, right? And this is a case in most cases. What was the driving force with all of that? Who was the driving force with all of that?
Her
The
mom,
His
mother.
mother.
his mom,
His mother.
his
Yeah.
mom. Sorry.
Yeah, his mother.
Forcing
Okay.
him to dilate.
Yeah.
Like, do you know how insane you have to be to like harm your child? And then the other thing on that is all of the parents that did this to their children, whether it's boy to girl or girl to boy, these parents have to defend their actions for their entire life,
Yep.
because the moment that they say they are wrong, they're going to kill themselves
It's
because
like
Yeah.
they
Munchausen.
they actively harmed their children, so
Yeah.
they cannot admit they were wrong.
Yep. No, it's true.
Even if their
It's true.
child detransitions, they will still say, oh, well, I did what was best for my kid at the time, to justify it
100%.
in their brain so that they won't go off and do a Kurt Cobain, paint the ceiling.
Yeah. The sad thing is though, is like you got guys like Adam Vina who are fighting tooth and nail to save his son. Okay. But
His
in a state like
5-year-old son,
California. Yeah,
Yeah.
as in a state like
Ooh, that one
California,
pisses me off.
there is no law to protect him, to help him, right? All the laws are against him, okay? And the state is against him. And
Yep.
it is just a constant fight, and I mean it is what it is. It's like that for us men all across the country when it comes to stuff like that. But
My
in
daughter actually.
particular in California, it's absolutely terrible. If you're a father, okay, and you're trying to save your kid, all right, from a crazy ass mom, your crazy ass ex who wants to live vicariously through their son because she wanted a daughter, all right, you can't even protect your child. As a man, that is absolutely not only infuriating, it's heartbreaking, and you feel at a
You
complete loss that you can't protect your kid.
you feel helpless. There's nothing. My one of my best friends. He's a great dad, and his ex, baby mama. They never got married, but his baby mama for their 18-year-old daughter now fought tooth and nail to not let him have visitation or anything. And the courts were just like, "Yep." And he would go protest at the courthouse, like outside the courthouse protesting and everything else. Like, why are you doing this to me? I'm a good dad. I own my own business. I pay all my bills on time. I'm not out doing drugs. I don't drink. None of this stuff. Like, he's a great guy, but the mom manipulated the courts, and the courts here in California are very, very pro woman, and they hate men. It's a miracle that I got
That's
custody, which
across the
is,
country, man.
I mean,
That is across the country, brother.
you
That is
know,
the thing. But again, we're at fault for that, and people don't want to hear it. We as men signed a lot of those laws into place,
yeah,
okay? Because we did. All right. For decades, we were signing these laws. Men were in power signing these laws because we were taking the easy way out. All right. And that's how we saw it. All right, well, the men at the time saw it as the easy way out. And we were, so now we're fighting tooth and nail to try to fix it. Normal guys instead of people who were in power who didn't give a shit because they were lacing their pockets with money anyway for all their special interests. They didn't give a shit what happened. They weren't going to lose power. They weren't going to lose their kids, right? You know what I'm saying? They could care less about anybody else. So it is. I will say I appreciate the fact that there are a lot of women, advocating for men
yeah.
nowadays and stuff like
Did you
that.
see
Not only
Roma
for our
Army?
rights.
Did you see Roma Army got her account taken away?
Yeah, I saw that.
No.
Um,
Even though she's super
Ben,
liberal, she
yeah,
fights. She's a men's advocate, which, she has liberal views. Okay, whatever, but she's one of the biggest men's advocate out there, and they took her account down.
Well,
yeah.
because we're misogynists if we say a singular nice thing about a man.
Yeah,
So,
Well,
yeah.
it's,
You're like, be careful what you say about men. And
yeah,
heaven forbid you're not a feminazi, right?
yeah,
right.
heaven forbid, heaven. And like, seriously, it's insane.
going back to what we were talking about. Um, the support network is gone for these kids, unfortunately, that are detransitioning, and it is a very sad thing. It's irreversible damage that is done to them. And like you said, in the case of Jazz, okay, I actually chopped it off and stuff like that, and it's terrible. At least with a lot of them, they're like, well, I realize that I'm a boy, right? I might have done things, I might not be able to have kids anymore or anything like that, and everything is messed up with me, okay? But like, at least I realize that I'm a man and I still have my male parts. My male parts
Yeah.
might not be working for any longer, all right, because of all the shit that I did to myself, all right. But at least I'm still a man. What's even worse though is the little girls at 13 years old chopping their breasts off.
Yeah.
That's heartbreaking.
Yep.
Like,
Okay,
truly, it's like, it's just mutilation, and
A 100%.
anybody who advocates for this should be thrown in a wood chipper, hands down.
feet
Like,
feet
even just
first, so they can
advocating,
see it happening.
feet first with a rope tied to their arms, and it's pulling it like a pulley, so it's just as slow as possible. Like, like, just the most painful, gruesome. That's what I want for these people, because they are so evil that they're going after the youngest. Like, in the Bible, it says, before you corrupt children, you should tie a stone to your neck and jump in
Hmm.
the water. Like,
Yeah,
it's
It
you've heard
does.
me say it, man.
it's cut and dry. It's like, hey, if you're gonna go and do the bad shit to kids, throw a stone around your neck and jump into the fucking water.
You've heard me, man. You know how I feel about it, man. I've spoken about it a lot, and to me, like I said, it's not only a societal thing for me; it's a biblical thing, as for many,
Hmm.
that we are
Yeah.
charged to protect children, and it's not just our children, right? Like obviously, we have to protect our children. We have to do the best we can. We have to protect everyone's
But
children,
all
all right?
kids.
Because these
Yeah.
monsters, it's demonic in nature, okay, and satanic, and they're evil. They're evil incarnate, and the problem is that like 99% of them don't have children of their own, are never going to procreate because they're a z-zer, they them, they're in same-sex
Azizer.
relationships and whatever and stuff like that, so they're never going to procreate. They can't procreate, so the way they actually procreate, all right, is by freaking indoctrinating kids and stuff like that into
Yep.
believing this shit, all right, and stuff, and joining, just getting on the wagon with them, all right, and confusing them at a young age and stuff like that. So that's how they procreate. They can't do their own, so they're going to take your kids. That's what they do,
Yeah.
okay, and it's evil. So like I'm glad there are groups like Gays Against Groomers and stuff like that that are fighting tooth and nail, taking like all kinds of freaking friendly fire from the community, okay, from the alphabet mob, for speaking up and trying to protect children,
Yeah.
right? Like
Well,
they're
I mean,
literally
I
trying to
mean,
protect
what's his
kids.
face? There's the gay conservative, the blonde guy. I forget his name, but he had just made a video. He's like, dude, he's like, the normal gays are now kind of against gay marriage at this point because unfortunately, we have all the other alpha army that's like, oh no, if you take away gay marriage, and all the normal gays are like, no, just do it. We don't care anymore. We don't care.
Yeah.
It's because we gave them an inch, and they're gonna take 10 miles, and they're
Yeah.
and that's the sad part. Like, I have a bunch of gay friends who are good friends of mine, and they're great people, and they're just normal human beings. They're not out here like, oh my god, I'm so gay. It's just like, hey, yeah, I like to golf, or I like baseball, or I like this. Being gay is just it's who they are in the bedroom. It's not their freaking personality.
And that's how it
And
always was. It's like
back
the
in the day, yeah.
older gays, they're just gay and they don't, like, none of us ever talk about it. We just do
Yeah.
our own
Well, my
thing.
my
Like,
oldest brother, one of his best friends, he was gay. I never knew. Not until like I was like 19 or 20, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm gay," and I'm like, "Really?" I'm like,
We
I
listen.
I had no
I've talked
idea.
about, again. There's something else I've talked about. I'm a Gen Xer, man, and I firmly believe we had shit figured out. We figured it out. Okay,
Yeah, baby.
we got along with one another. We
You
fought
can
with
just
one
walk over. You're
another.
not gonna like
We
get in the
laughed at
camera.
each other. It was okay for us to have difference of opinions. We bag on each other about it and stuff like that. Make jokes and crack on one another for it. Okay. And when it came to someone who was, listen, if you carpet munched or you're a cock gobbler, that was your thing. Okay, that was
mhm.
your thing. All right.
I call
The
them
only thing
scissor
we only
sisters, but it's okay.
Yeah, the only thing we cared about is, listen, what you do in your bed is your business.
We
Just
don't
don't bring
care.
that shit around my kids.
Yeah, we
Right.
Okay?
don't
Leave my
care.
kids out of it. And you know what? They respected it. Okay? They respected it. All right? And it is what it was. And it's like, don't bring that around
It
my kids.
wasn't.
When my
It
kids are old
wasn't
enough,
their
I'll explain it to them.
personality. It wasn't their personality. That's
Correct.
the
It wasn't their
difference.
identity.
Yes.
It
Yeah.
didn't become
Well,
a complete identity thing. It was just the
yeah.
way of life.
Yeah, it was just like that I'm attracted to boys, and so and okay, cool, but they like to go out and drink beers, go play pool, play darts, go golf, go play basketball, watch football, do all the just no. It wasn't their, that wasn't their personality, and I think that's what
Yeah.
we've lost in the last 30 years, is all of these new gays, because and what it comes down to is social media.
Yeah.
Social media, because these kids go, oh well, if I'm gay and I'm flamboyant, I'm going to get a lot of followers. If I'm trans, I'm going to get a lot of followers and a lot of love online, and all this attention and adoration that I've been dreaming of forever. And so they make these they make these profiles, and then they change who they are for the popularity, because they go, oh well, I'm going to be super popular online.
And those people encourage them through the
Well,
whole
yes.
way. So,
Absolutely. The algorithm pushes it out. Like, I will never run out of content for the content that I do. I make fun of people online. That's literally all I do. I make funny little videos for people to laugh at retards. And I will never run out of videos, unfortunately. I wish I did. I wish I would run out of, and I
Oh,
had to change my stuff. What'd you say? Well, what happened?
no, Joe. I just wanted to say what's up, Joey. What's going on? Good to see you, Joey Cannoli.
Your lack of
Guys,
faith is disturbing. Just
that's
so you know.
Rumblebot. Yeah,
I know.
Rumblebot speaks. So Rumblebot speaks in Vader.
Darth Vader.
So like
I know.
I got it. I
I
got it
love it.
set up as Darth Vader. Um, it's good to see you, Joey. I know he's been commenting and stuff like that. I pulled up one of his comments. Guys,
Joey,
make sure
we
you're
love you.
following. Click on that Outer World, right? That little picture there, all right? And just Outworld Live. Make sure you click on that and follow him. Yeah, it's I don't know. It is. I can only imagine. Like I didn't have to go through that with my kids, right? Like my son
It's
is
just
31,
disturbing, man.
and I will say this that I'm very happy that they live in a state that is, if they push back on it, they don't have to worry about it, right? So like if my son pushed back, my grandson hasn't been well, actually, it's funny. Funny story. So my son and his baby mama ain't with each other anymore, but they have a cordial relationship. They live close to each other, so they take care of, my grandson goes back and forth. My grandson was with his mother and they ran into a transformer. Okay. And he was just like his thing was like he was looking at it, he was looking at his
It's like,
mom
what's
looking at
that?
it,
Like,
and
what?
yeah, he was just like confused. Okay, as kids are going to be confused, all right,
Yeah.
especially when you're around men. Okay, and then you see this transformer who is a man with a beard, okay, with long hair and dressed like a woman. You're like, what's going on? Okay. And sure enough, he was like, Mom, what was that? And like, and she laid into it. She was like, yeah, that's not correct. Okay. That is not the way it's supposed to be. God made you the way and we got into it right away, and I was very happy that she didn't even waste no time with that shit. Okay. Cause that's what you got to do. All right.
Yeah.
Kids,
Well,
kids,
I remember a couple months ago, probably 6 months ago, I would say, my 5-year-old nephew was at my sister's house. She was babysitting him. I was taking my daughter over there to help her with. She was babysitting an infant, a 2.5-year-old, and a 5-year-old. So it's a lot of work. So my youngest
right.
was like, "I'll help." So I drove her over there. And I'm like sitting there. I'm about to make a video of this guy, and I think it was Jeffrey, or not Jeffree Star, the other guy. It was either Jeff or Lily Tino, one of the two. Anyways, I'm like sitting there, and then my nephew runs up and he goes, "Why is he dressed like a girl? He's weird." I'm just like, "Damn, savage!" And I had
Kids,
something I was already gonna say, but my video was, I was about to film a video and I was gonna say something different, but my nephew just ran up and saw the guy and was like,
it's like,
"Why is that guy
why?
dressed as a girl? He's weird." I'm
And you
like,
got that in
"He's
the video?
no, I didn't get that part. I just repeated what he said." I'm like, if a
Oh
5-year-old
man.
knows that this is
Correct.
weird, like,
Mhm.
kids say the truth.
It has to be corrected like immediately. Like you
Mhm.
can't waste time because kids are sponges, and goes back to what we were talking about earlier with the indoctrination. They are starting earlier and earlier and earlier. They're doing this shit to preschool kids.
Yeah,
Okay?
Mhm.
Like
dude,
they're
the
doing this to
drag
preschool
story
kids.
time and all that shit.
Yeah. All right. So
Like,
like kids
why?
that are like, and they don't know what to say. And sometimes you can actually see the fear, all right, when in these kids' faces when one of these nut jobs comes out, dressed like the tranny from freaking,
I mean, of course, have you seen them?
the Rocky Horror Show. Yeah, it's true.
I'd
You
be
know,
scared too.
and it's just, I'll tell you what makes me sick when they take
Oh,
these kids into these drag shows and stuff like that, and they let these monsters freaking dance and twerk in front of their children and stuff like that, and they're just sitting there, mothers just clapping and everything like that, and their cuckold dudes that are with them, okay, sitting there holding their purse and stuff like that and everything, and just like going along with it because they have no
yeah.
balls, all right, to be like, why are we putting our kids through this? Why are we even here? Like, heaven forbid, it would straight up be Hiroshima in my house. Okay, if fucking like, no, yeah, we're gonna take. No, you're not. We'll be in a fist fight. Okay, I don't put hands
I'll
on.
beat your
I've never
ass.
put hands on a woman, but you telling me you're gonna take my kid? We're gonna be in a fist fight. Okay, and you could call the cops.
Mhm.
I don't give a shit because like we're not having that. Okay, we're not having that. So fortunately, our family was never like that, stuff like that. And my grandson, again, she was like, "What? What was that?" And I was just questioning, "What was
It's
that, mommy?"
funny. They
You
know
know,
they know
they
that it's
know.
wrong. They
Yeah,
know that
if
Yes,
you
it's
don't
wrong.
brainwash them, they know, like, in their soul that that's not
yes,
right
They're
as
just like, well,
humans because it's not normal.
yeah, and then we have all these idiots online. Oh no, it's normal. You have. I'm like, fuck that. It's not normal. They're fucking retarded. Like,
yeah.
and I'm.
There's nothing.
You've seen my videos. I don't give a shit. I call a spade a spade, and people get so pissed at me. And it's just like I don't care.
Who
Like, and
cares?
they're like, oh
Hmm.
well, I'm gonna call your job. Go ahead, call
Do
my
it.
job. My job's more afraid of my social media presence than they are of me saying whatever I want online.
Right.
Like that's where we're at right now is we need to be willing to stand up unapologetically and call a spade. And I think that back in 2020 it was a lot harder. Everybody was scared to actually speak their minds, you
Yeah.
know, for
Yeah.
fear of losing their jobs and losing this and losing that. Now we're in 2025 towards like fuck you guys. You guys
Yeah.
had your time for the last 4 years. You guys are fucked
More
now.
than
Now
that,
you're gonna
bro.
feel
No, no,
our
no, no.
wrath.
More
I
than
think
that,
that's
bro.
why I don't care anymore. And that's because I woke up really in 2020. I mean, I don't share the story just because it's usually irrelevant, but I was very left-leaning. I was an atheist. I was pro-choice literally up until 2020. That was the first year I ever voted. Um, and it was hard to speak out. Like I faced retaliation from my job. I ended up having to leave that job. And
I
it
remember.
was
Yeah.
rough. But when you experience that, now I'm like, oh, going up against the school board, I mean, there are scary parts of that. And especially after the can of worms I've uncovered since then.
Bro, we're gonna
But I
we're,
think,
we're gonna get into that in the second half here.
yeah,
So
I think once you have that like wake up call where you're like, okay, people are just gonna be like this because of my opinion. There's no shutting up now. Like, what's
right,
the worst that could happen?
Well,
they're gonna be
and
upset no matter what.
like the girl that just commented when we were in the back end, she's like, "Oh, does your job know you're a bigot?" And I'm like, "Yep." I'm like, "You want the phone number? I'll give you the phone
Yeah,
number. Go ahead. You can call them.
it just
It's gonna
it's
go directly to me, and I'm gonna be like, "What the fuck do you want, you dumb motherfucker?" like, sorry, I own a company, and I work for a company, and I make money on social media. So, like, she's like, "You're pathetic for having to make money on social. Why? It gives me more free time with my kids. How
yeah.
is that pathetic? Like, I have
If you're
financial freedom because of that shit.
yeah,
What the fuck?"
yeah, but again, this is you got listen. This is a twit, okay,
Yeah, yeah.
who wants the government in every
To pay
aspect
for
of her
her.
life,
Yeah.
okay, to
Hmm.
pay for her and everything, every aspect of her life is that's their kind of they don't think about freedom. It's not they can't the concept of freedom is not a thing for them because they have been brainwashed,
Did you
for a
guys
long time now.
see? Do you guys ever watch whatever podcast
I
I've
or
see
see
seen it.
clips,
the
but
clips of
I've
honestly,
it?
seen
I
clips.
find
It's not
them
my thing.
insufferable.
Yeah, it's not my thing
Majority of the
really.
time, yes. But
Yeah.
have you seen the clip with the Colombian chick?
One with all the
She's
face tattoos
Yeah. So Brian's like, if there was a war between the United States and
in
Colombia,
Colombia.
who would you back? And she goes,
And she
Colombia.
said
Oh
Colombia.
and
yeah.
Yeah.
and she's been in the United States for 10 years and took the oath to become a citizen.
Yeah, and has a
He's like, get the
citizenship.
fuck out of our country. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's what it comes down to is there's these people who come here and they don't assimilate to our fucking country and they will back whatever country they came from. And it's like, no, get the fuck out. You're not welcome here. You're not an American. Like, yes, you took the oath. You're a
Well,
fucking
it
oath breaker.
Hmm.
listen, I can tell you that, one of our OGs who's been with us for a long time, she hasn't been here in a while. It took her 20 something years to get her citizenship, okay?
Who's this?
25 years. It took her 25 years to get her citizenship and she served the nation. Okay? She's as American as it comes and they put her through the ringer just to get her citizenship. But this twit that I saw. I saw that clip that has all the face tattoos. Okay,
That
probably
pissed me off, man.
came in and probably got fast tracked with all the shit that has been going on. So this fast track thing has been going on for a while. All right, this
Hmm.
woke shit has been going on for a while. It's not just these last 4 years, guys. We're going back to Obama. Okay, in around 2015 when he changed things with sports. Okay, allowing things he started that. It started under him. Okay, and it just like morphed into a thing, and then Trump tried to reel it in as much as he could. All right, but he was getting backlash from all the rhinos and all the other shit, the idiots that were in his fucking, his first administration that he was told to put on, right? Like that all the special interest people were there and they didn't help him at all. Okay, then
Nope.
Biden came in and just fast tracked everything. All right, it was the culmination
Thank you, Nina.
of going all the way back to 15. So not a bigot, just someone who lives in reality. I like that, Nina. So this whole
I love
woke
Nina.
shit,
She's awesome.
she is. She's all ride or die. This
Dude,
whole woke
she
shit has
sent
been
me
going
the
on for a very
funniest
long
video
time.
the other day. I was laughing so hard at that.
It's just that since 2020, when people were sitting home, okay, and got to see what their kids were learning in school and whatnot, and they
You got
had
to
actually
watch it
had
on the
time.
screen. You got to
Correct.
sit
And
there and watch that shit. Because I
yeah,
worked
and
from
you
home,
actually
so
had the time.
I was like, what
Yeah,
the?
before everybody was just running around, right? But at 2020, when in 2020 and then 2021 for even more, okay, when just everything was shut down. Okay, people were losing their jobs and all that stuff at that point. Because remember, all of 2020, we were all heroes. Then 2021, because I worked in a hospital and I worked in EMS. All right, I was a hero in 2020. 2021 came around when I refused to get the fucking Java juice. Okay, I was just like, I'm not doing it. All right, that's when all shit went to hell in the handbasket for all of us. Okay,
Yeah.
and but people who were sitting at home in that stretch got to start seeing what was going on. They had time to
Hmm.
take things in for a moment, right? Because like, we go and do our everyday stuff and nobody's ever paying attention. The blinders finally came off and people absorbing what was going on because they actually had time to absorb what was going on. People were like, well, wait a minute. All right, that ain't right. And that shouldn't be. At least some of us older people, the younger people were still fucked up and everything, and you still got to fight with them. But that's what happened, really. But this shit has been going on for a long time, guys. Okay, the overall Marxist institution has been infiltrating. They started out infiltration of our nation since the late 19th century, and they played the long game. Okay, and we have seen it all play out over the last like 10 years. All right, as we've seen it play out, and it's just it's at full speed right now, and we've got to fight it, obviously. But it has been going on. Every institution in the United States, including our churches, you name it, it has infiltrated everything.
Yeah, it has. But I think like to the normal person who's not super aware and awake to these things, because it happens so slowly, they just don't notice it as
Correct.
much because it's not as a radical overnight shift.
So, what was your change? What was like your epiphany? You just like, oh my God, wait a minute.
It's actually, it was a couple things. I was working for a company that was super liberal, which
Hmm.
honestly, I was clueless to politics at the time. Although I would say I leaned left because of the things that I would advocate for.
Right.
But it was my job that kind of got me to wake up because when I started questioning the things that I was believing, they wanted me to shut up. I started doing TikTok around that time and having political discussions. I wasn't really claiming to be one side or the other, but I got
Oh,
into
questioning.
debating.
You were just questioning.
Yeah, just having the conversations. I guess they found out about that. They asked me to not post about politics or I couldn't post for them. And I did social media and marketing.
Hmm.
So
So wait,
that
you
kind of
did
got me to
social media
wake up
marketing
for
for
them.
a living, is what you're saying?
Well, I had two different jobs there. I did the social media and marketing, and then I
Okay.
was in distilling. So I worked for a distillery. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Which
we
one?
made
So I don't buy their
alcohol
shit.
and
Can you name the
stuff like that.
distillery or like you're not allowed to?
They're not in existence anymore.
Oh,
Oh,
that
Yeah,
makes
they're
oh,
gone.
sense.
okay. Good for
Yeah,
them.
That
as
makes
of
sense.
Karma.
last year.
Ah,
Yeah,
that's funny as hell.
Okay. That's great.
it is now because,
Good for
you
you for
know,
getting out.
I
Yeah.
thank God.
That's
It
actually
was
hilarious.
a wild ride, but they were the type of job, they actually shut down our tasting room for um like Kamala Harris coming out as like vice president, like the whole
No.
inauguration.
No, really.
We we shut down our tasting room to
God.
protest for BLM, things like that. So
Uh, that kind of
I,
company.
I willingly participated in these things because I'm like, yeah, I agree with all of this on the surface. And then I started really just, I don't know what it was. I just was like, why am I doing this? What am I actually protesting right now? Like, what is happening?
Right.
And I started questioning things and pretty much radically became
You
conservative.
Yeah, what happened is you looked at the green curtain, okay, and you were hearing the noises behind it, and you wanted to know what was going on. All right.
Hmm.
Like you were going along for long, you followed that yellow brick road for a very long time, but it led you to that green curtain. And when you saw that green curtain,
Yeah,
you heard the noises behind it, you couldn't make out what were those noises. All right. So like
right.
when you pulled that green curtain, you realized that it wasn't the the great and powerful Oz. It was just a dude pushing buttons behind there and pulling levers. All right.
Yeah.
And
And
that's
it
what
was
happened.
radical because once I like peeled all that back, I'm like, oh, this is crazy. I started like heavily researching, debating. I mean, I was going down rabbit hole after
It,
rabbit hole over everything.
it's funny
Yeah.
And
once
it
people
happened like
start
overnight.
researching. Well,
Yeah.
it's funny once people start researching and doing their own research, they become a conservative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is
All
funny
right.
because the left is always like, oh well, we're the educated ones, we have college degree. I'm like, I will pit my intelligence, who never went, I went to
Yeah,
junior
but
college, I have my AA, whatever, I will pit my intelligence on any subject off the
yeah, but
off the rip.
bro, uh, 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 a degree in gender studies. How many of them people actually have jobs at this point? Seriously, how many of them actually have jobs at this point? Right? They're all working at Walmart and Target and bitching on TikTok and
I
Instagram
work
about
as
how they
you.
have to work two jobs, okay, and I have a degree in gender studies
Dude,
and
my
Black and
ex-girlfriend has a
Hispanic
master's
history
and she
and all
works
this
at
other shit,
Target.
and I can't get a freaking
I
job.
mean,
That's the reality of it. They're just like
it's sad.
again, this is the three things that Marxism and socialism in general, right? Marxism, the three things is education, okay, religion, and the family. And they've managed to break all of that up here in the United States. And it's up
Hmm.
to people like us to continue to freaking fight the good fight. Fortunately,
Yep.
there are more and more people waking up as time goes on. There is a significant portion of the younger generation that has become more conservative, even more than we are. Okay.
Yeah.
They want more tradition and stuff like that. That's happening. And the left, they murder their children, right? So they're gonna
Hmm.
absolutely wipe
They're gonna
themselves
murder
out.
themselves out of existence
They're gonna wipe
because,
Yeah.
themselves out.
well, first of all, they're either gay, lesbian, or trans, so they
So
can't
they can't have
reproduce
kids.
as it is. Like, they
Yep.
have to recruit, so they recruit the idiots, and then they don't have kids either. So in the next 20 years, it's just gonna be all conservatives because
Yeah.
they're all gonna die off. I mean,
It's
Seriously.
just it is so there is some light there. Obviously there'll always be the left will always and the left is struggling right now. They're
they
struggling, but they're
think it's a
fighting tooth and
flex
nail.
not having kids.
Yeah.
They think it's
Yeah,
a
I know.
flex. It's like, and
But
it's like,
it's
wait, wait,
been
wait, wait,
but
wait, wait. Like,
it's been taught to them for a long time, not just women, okay, right, not just the feminazis
exactly.
in the
Like,
world, okay,
Jeanette.
many of men, all right, like you hear some of these younger fucking twinks with their
I'm
girls
gonna
and
hit
stuff
the
like that.
bathroom real
Oh
quick.
yeah, go for it. Well, we're not going to have children. Okay, all right, that's better for us. All right, but we definitely need to start having more children again. Obviously, we need to be in a position financially to do that. I'm not advocating for people to just go out and have children willy-nilly. Make sure
Yeah.
you're living your life a good way, okay? Making sure you're living your life the right way when you decide to have children and stuff like that, because it is very important. I've made tons of mistakes. I am not the perfect parent by any means or any stretch, but I can tell you from just from my mistakes, okay, what not to do. Um, so just make sure you're doing it right, is all I'm saying. Yeah, they do. It's true. Jeanette, it is absolutely true. They get a whole degree just to work at Starbucks. It is 100% true.
Yeah. Hey,
You
they
know,
make a great drink. I'll tell you that. It's always the blue-haired septum piercings that make a fire latte. they're in the right place.
Yeah, I don't even spend my time on Starbucks. I'd rather drink McDonald's coffee than drink Starbucks. I'll take Dunkin' Donuts over Starbucks any day. Um, yeah, seriously, like I will. I like their freaking,
I'm a
I like their
Dutch
drinks
Bros
too.
girl.
Yeah. Um, yeah, you're absolutely correct. Jonathan says it's not even that they can't reproduce; they're actively killing off their offspring and sterilizing themselves. Yeah,
Hmm.
that is 100% true. There's no lies being told there. Okay,
Yeah.
and that's what I'm saying. But okay, on our side, we need to start having more children. Again, we need to be in a position to do that, but we should be starting. There was a time starting a family, if you're in the right place, okay, and you're doing the right thing, you can start a family at an earlier age. You don't have to wait till you're freaking in your 30s to do that. All right. I'm
Hmm.
not saying to do that straight out of high school or anything like that. No, I know you're going to live a little bit of life. Don't want you guys to miss out on shit too. You should live a little bit of life, but this younger generation is looking to start doing that. There is
Yeah.
a portion of the younger generation that has become more conservative and they're looking for more tradition. They want families at a younger age, and to me, I think that is a beautiful thing. That is beautiful to me that that's
Hmm.
going to happen because, like um, many of my generation as Gen X, we had kids at younger ages and stuff like that. Many of us had a wedlock. Many of us, accidents happen because we didn't take the proper precautions and stuff like that at younger ages and everything. So uh just to see them actually wanting to build families though, that is it's like they want a family. I want a wife and a kid and kids, or I want a husband and kids and stuff like that. So that is what is like, it was like giving me hope that we still stand a chance, that the younger
Yeah.
generation is starting to become more conservative and whatnot. So
And I have hope
that's
because the Christians and conservatives are the main ones that are adopting as well.
yeah.
So, you know, even if these liberals are giving their children up for adoption, they're at least being raised in homes that have some type of morals and
Yeah,
values.
but they make it difficult for us, okay? They make it very
They
difficult to
do.
adopt. In particular, once they find out you're a Christian, it's again, the system is all part of the whole Marxist agenda, right?
Hmm.
All right. That's a whole other talk show to talk about freaking kids in foster care and everything. That is like trafficking level 10,000 that goes on with kids in foster care and kids being taken away. It is in every state this is happening. This isn't just, you know, you can't just zero in on one state. It's happening everywhere. That is a whole other talk show. All right. That would just,
Yep.
turn your stomach. All right, with to hear some of the stories. But we're starting to hear them, okay, coming popping out. But again, they make it incredibly difficult for us as
They
conservatives
definitely
and as
need to
Christians.
reform the whole entirety of the system. And I don't know, maybe putting more effort and thought into, I don't know, more private Christian adoption centers.
Well,
And
they
they're out
exist.
there,
Yeah, they
but they're
exist. They
just
do exist.
the word needs to be spread more. Like
Correct.
people don't know that these things exist.
Correct.
Um, so I think,
But the
yeah, I think we just
governments,
need to do a better
the
job to
the
get that
state
out there.
governments make it hard for these private organizations to exist too. These private
They
they
do.
like it is, if you have any kind of, you know Christian in anything in your bylaws or anything like that, okay, they make it incredibly difficult. But that is done by design. But it is
Hmm.
like you said, it is the Christian private organizations that are literally trying to, get these kids adopted and stuff like that. But they make it incredibly hard for that to happen.
Yeah, they do. There just needs to be so much reform, and it really, and like we were saying earlier, like your local elections, like every single thing matters. I think we do get lost in the big scale of things, but we can make such a difference locally, and then that can
More of a
spread,
difference. More of
and
a
it would
difference.
be incredible what we could do.
Yeah, we can make more of a difference on the local level, because you need to put up the shield against uh, again, right? So when the states were making their constitutions, we know that the U.S. Constitution is the law of the land, right? We get that, we understand that, all right? And the states are, by law and obligation, they cannot make a law that goes on anything beneath anything that's written in our Constitution. It has to be equal to or greater. Okay.
Hmm.
And what we have done, unfortunately, all right, is as a citizenry for a very long time now, we're talking about over 100 years, we have given power to the government that is not written in the Constitution for them. Okay. With other laws, with side laws and stuff like that. We have given that power back to the government. We've done that. Okay, chicken nugget, what is going on? All right, and we've done that as citizenry, so we're paying for that. Okay, we're watching all of this stuff that's playing out, all the stuff that gets us angry and upset, the corruption, all that stuff. We are responsible for that. All right,
Yep.
because we keep electing. We hit for a long time now, very long time. We were electing people on popularity and not policy. Right now,
Hmm.
many of us now. I mean, I've always voted on policy. My family. I know you talked about coming out. My family. Okay. It's Oh, so
Hi, Jazz.
Yeah, this is Jazz, by the way.
What's up? I'm back. What I miss?
Yeah. So again, it is just something that we have to change, and it's very important to change what's going on locally. But we've given way too much power to the government that is not theirs to have, and now it's a struggle to take it back. But we have to. And
Well,
one of the
people
big
are
ways of
forgetting the
doing that,
government works for us. Like,
Does it though?
well,
Does it though?
it's supposed
It's
to.
well, it's
supposed
supposed
to,
to.
but
It is
Yeah,
supposed to,
and
right? It
does it?
really works
I
for
think we're
itself.
forgetting that. Like
Well,
we actually do have the power. People are just not taking
Yeah,
it.
nothing has changed in our constitution. Nothing has changed in not only in the U.S. Constitution and the state constitutions, unless there have been amendments to some of the bullshit laws that they've done, like in California and stuff like that. But for the most part, nothing has changed. And I've stressed this out on more than one show about how the mechanism for us to make positive change has not gone away. That hasn't gone anywhere. It's just us. It's up to us to have the courage to not only make the change but deal with what's going to come with it. Is it going to hurt some? It absolutely is going to hurt some, right? Because like we've done this to ourselves, so it's going to hurt.
Yeah,
It's going to be a little painful, okay? But it's okay for us to. We have to deal with that pain to get through it, all right, and just move on and make things better. And we can't do that unless, like we've been talking about, we do that shit locally, and we start
yeah,
paying attention to what we're doing nationally, all right? Because even on the local level, there are a lot of positions that are only 2-year positions, right? Like you got to literally every year they're freaking campaigning to stay in office. And if we start kicking these assholes out, and literally every 2 years, what happens is at some point, okay, the third or fourth person is like, man, they got rid of the last 3 guys because they didn't do what they were supposed to. If I don't fucking stick to the guns that I said I was gonna stick to, okay,
I'm
and I
out of
don't
here.
use those guns, I'm gonna get bounced too. And what do they crave
Yep.
more than anything is power,
Yeah.
right?
I
They
mean, look
crave the
at
power.
Newsom. Like, I just can't even believe Newsom is still here. Truly, it's
Dude,
like
the fact that we recalled that
mind blowing.
motherfucker and then he won again, there's zero chance that he fucking won that election. Zero
Well,
No, it's
fucking
easy.
chance. I'm calling it, dude. That they've been cheating with illegals for the last 30 years. That's why they
yeah.
like the illegals here. Because they let them fucking vote, and now that the National Guard's going to voting booths, they're like, oh, well, that's going to affect voting. Yeah, no shit. Illegal aliens aren't going to vote anymore, you dumb fuck. I'm
Well,
sorry.
that's one of the
I
push
get very
that
passionate, you know?
well, that's
Very
that's one of
passionate man.
one of the big pushes with immigration right now is going to help a lot. It's going to take still going to take time. We still got 3 more years to do it, and it's going to
Yeah.
anybody thinks that this is going to stop, it's not. Okay, it is not. All right, it is not going to stop at all. I saw a video today of freaking, you know, the National Guard rolling through Los Angeles and stuff like that today. And by the way, they're not arresting anybody or anything like that. Okay, they're just there for presence.
Hmm.
They're still, in DC they have arrest power because they've essentially been deputized as federal law enforcement agents. Okay,
Yeah.
but they're not even doing that, right? They're still handing over people. They still make sure that local law enforcement does the arrest. They don't do that. They're just there for a presence,
Did you
right?
see in New York? Did you see the video where
Yeah,
the New Yorkers were trying to stop the ICE raids?
yeah,
One guy that just got bodied when it was
yeah.
near the planter.
Well, what's happening is that
That was great.
NYPD has been on a leash for a very long time. They have a woke problem there too, unfortunately.
Yep.
My mom was on the job in New York City in the South Bronx for 20 years. So like I remember what the police department was for her when she was on. It was way
Exactly, John.
different. It was a total different time. But they're getting tired. They're getting tired of it. And they have a limited amount of time to help anyway, because once Mom Dummy gets in there, he's gonna reel them back in. All right, so they have a limited amount of time with Eric Adams. You
You mean
know,
the guy
uh,
that said that everything was going to be free and he's still begging
he's still
a
begging
month
people for
later?
money.
It's still
Yeah,
November, but I need more money, guys. Can you give me more money, please? It's like, No.
Yeah. So like they got
And
limited amount of
you
time to
lived
help.
there, like thank God you
Dude,
got out, man.
I lived there during a different time, man. Again, even like I mean, I left last year, but I wasn't in the city anymore at that point. I grew up a portion of my life in the city, moved to the suburbs. I lived back in the city, in my 20s and 30s and whatnot. Again, and trust me, I'm just glad that I stayed out of the city in the long run. Uh, but it's a
It's
mess,
a great
man.
quote,
It is an
Jonathan.
absolute mess.
It's a great
What
quote,
is
man.
going on, Cass? Good to see you.
What's up, Cass?
Good to see you, honey. We're gonna need some. We still got like time, but make sure you pop back in. We need some raid ideas for tonight because we have to do a raid. Like we got
Mm-hmm.
raided by say C Dub tonight. We got to make sure we raid somebody as well. We pass it on.
Nope.
But yeah. So you said you opened up a can of worms, Kayla.
Hmm.
What was that can of worms that you opened up?
Um, so well, I ended up speaking at the school board meeting
Mm-hmm.
about 2 weeks ago, maybe, not even.
Mm-hmm.
And as I was digging into the school board and who was on it and just all of that, I realized how bad it was. I think
Mm-hmm.
just seeing what they advocate for, what they donate to, that one of the main ones actually works full time for Planned Parenthood. Um,
Planned Parenthood, you
very,
said?
yeah, yeah,
Well,
And that's
they're
full
someone
not
on
time.
getting
the school
they're
on the
not
school district.
they're not getting
Yeah, she's
fed
on the
money
board.
anymore, man. They're not getting fed money anymore, so they need money from everybody else.
What?
Yeah.
That's fucking
Um, and I did talk to the assistant superintendent, so similar to you. They kind of just pass you around to whoever. And I gladly abided because I wanted to speak to everyone and anyone that I possibly could. So I emailed her, and she was pretty much like, I think you guys can work it out on the school level. And I was like, I don't think so. I don't think that's happening. So I formally invited the principal and the teacher to the school board meeting that I would speak at. And the teacher herself was supposed to attend the in-person meeting that I had with the principal. She ended up canceling an hour before.
Of
So it
course
was
you did.
just me and the
Of course you did.
principal. She didn't show up.
So how'd that meeting go?
The meeting in person was where he was pretty much just telling me I have an issue with gay people and, he doesn't have an issue with
Wait,
the
he
book.
called you homophobic.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I
All
told
right.
him, I was like, if these characters were straight, I'd still have a problem with the book. It's
Yeah.
graphic, it's weird.
Right.
Of
The
course.
names of the chapters are playoffs of Bible verses. It was
Mm.
very
Dude,
anti-religion.
I love how the left just mocks Christianity to no end, but if you say anything about Islam, oh God, oh no. And now I'm one of the
Yep,
most outspoken people against Islam. I do daily reminders to eat
same.
your Muslim repellent. Like, go ahead and don't forget your Muslim repellent. I've gotten so many videos taken off TikTok because of it. I just don't care. It's like, yeah, take my account away. I don't give a shit. Like,
Yeah, they don't want us talking about that. And that was my main point was the hypocrisy. I'm
yeah,
like, do you not remember when I was in this office defending my daughter's beliefs that she should absolutely be able to share, that she was asked about? It's not like
yep,
she brought it up.
Right.
We were already in here for this. And he kind of made it like, we just want to be inclusive and diverse. And I'm like, but you're a liar. Because if you wanted to be inclusive and diverse, then my Christian daughter should be able to share her beliefs too.
hundred
And that's
percent.
kind of been my main issue is
They have
the
no problem
hypocrisy.
teaching Islam in schools. You know, none at all. They're like, oh no, yeah, that's a religion and it's an ideology. It's actually not a religion. It's an ideology, and it's a political ideology at that. You know, with
Well,
Sharia
Islam is
law.
extremist. as a
Yeah,
whole. Like,
I
I don't,
completely agree.
people try to separate Islam from Islamic extremists.
No, you
Islam
don't.
as a whole is extreme,
So let
and
It's
me.
born. It's a
I'll
religion
we
make it
born
talked
out of.
about
super.
it.
It's a
I'll,
religion born out of violence. Okay,
I'll make it super
um,
simple. We,
they've been going after Christianity for 1,500 years. It is built into their doctrine. Everything they do is about the
kill the
caliphate.
infidels
Okay,
and
everything is about establishing a caliphate. Okay, there is no peace with them at all.
well,
And
let's
since
just
they
use.
know, since they know, right? Like if they actually tried to get physical with Americans, okay, it would be a
They'll get
fucking bloodbath in the streets. It'd be a bloodbath in the streets. So what they're doing
Hmm.
now, all right, is they've taken over towns like Dearborn. They're trying to create their towns in
St.
Texas
Louis.
and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Okay, St.
Texas.
Louis, right? They're doing things the slow way, right? Because that's how listen, Islam has been tied to Marxism for a very long time now. Okay, the green and red have been together for a very long time. All right, and they're playing the same thing. They're doing the same thing. It's they would never they can say what they want, right? On videos, you see them talking about Allah this and Allah that, and pulling out their swords like they're fucking the dude from Raiders of the Lost Ark, only to get shot. Okay, they wouldn't actually do that and take to the streets, right? Because it would be a bloodbath. They know that. There is nowhere near enough of them, okay, at this point to even try to do something like that, right? But that's why they continue to have more babies than us and everything. And again, that was part of the Marxist plan, was to destroy religion in this country and
Hmm.
everywhere, not just this country. And they've done a fantastic job of doing it. We're still a very Christian country, right? But we're so tweaked and messed up that Christians, we used to have kids all the time, right? We used to have a ton of kids, bring them all to
Hmm.
church and stuff like that. But it is all they infiltrated everything. All right. And
Well,
it's
Yeah.
now
but
it is the pushback.
let's take it a step further, right? They have 2 billion people worldwide,
Yeah.
right? Let's just say that 10% is extremist, which that's what they estimate. They estimate Islam as being 10% extremists. Okay, that's 200 million people.
Yeah.
200
Listen.
million, but no, but that's a third of our population here in the United States. And so we're like, oh yeah, let's just bring them over in droves. That's cool. We don't care. 1 out of 10 is going to be an extremist that wants to do something to harm American citizens.
But they
Yeah.
might not even be an extremist because their book, regardless of how extreme they are, tells them to kill non-believers, to
That's
do
my
these
But
point.
it
awful
also
That's
things
my
to
and
point, though.
it also tells them to lie about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
That's just
that's my
so
point.
that's a
If I
key and
said, "Hey,
everything.
we're gonna let 100 rattlesnakes in your house," only 10 of them are gonna bite you. Are you gonna let them
For
into
real.
your house? Only 10 are gonna bite you. Only
Yeah.
only 10%.
Again,
No, you're not gonna let
again.
those fuckers in. You're gonna be like, no,
Right.
keep them the fuck out of my house. But
So this
but Joe
this has been
Biden was like,
something.
no, let's bring them all in, guys. This is
It
great.
goes
This is
back,
great.
guys. But it goes back to Obama, guys. I'm gonna explain it again. Okay,
Yes,
all of
you're
this
right,
shit goes
Jonathan.
back to Obama. Okay, he during the Arab Spring, when him and Hillary Clinton wrecked even more of what was going on. Okay, in the Middle East and stuff like that, in Egypt, Syria, and everything like that, in Libya and stuff like that. All right, it was just like they didn't just most of them went to Europe, right? So that like they absolutely infiltrated Europe with that. That was like a big thing. They were already doing that to Europe, but it was a mass exodus to Europe to change the dynamics in Europe, right? But he was busily shuffling these people off to fucking places in the middle of the night here in the United States. Okay. So it yes, Biden had he was big on it. Okay. After what happened with the fucking shitty ass withdrawal out of Afghanistan, okay, where we lost 13 freaking of our warriors, okay, from like three different branches, all right, and actually
That pissed me the
he
fuck off.
left the Afghanis that actually helped us,
Yeah, they
okay,
left them there.
they
They
left
said,
them there.
deal with it. Deal with it yourself.
Yeah, we took a whole bunch of people who we didn't vetted. We had people that we could have brought if we were going to do that, right? That were actually vetted and actually helped us and put their lives on the line, okay, with our fucking men and women who were serving over there, right? They said damn them all, right? And then we're just gonna bring in all these shitbirds into the country, and this is where we're at right now. But it started under the Obama administration, guys. Okay, and he was doing it under the cover of darkness. All right, Biden did it under the cover of darkness as well, but it was a little bit more lit up. So we've seen it a little bit more. But fucking yeah, Biden didn't vet anybody. The administration didn't vet anyone. We're seeing that, right? I had to witness, okay, I mean, I didn't see it happen, all right? I had to see pictures, okay, of one of our warriors fucking splayed out on the ground in DC, in our capital, with people trying to work him. And then obviously we've seen video footage. I've seen video that I was fucking wrecked from Wednesday through Sunday mentally because of that. All right. Having served overseas and having been in combat, okay, that just wrecked me. That a warrior died in the nation's capital because one of these goat fuckers came around the corner who was radicalized, right? Came under the Biden administration and plugged two of our fucking warriors, and one of them died. Thankfully, okay, that was Sarah Beckstrom. I will never forget her name. All right, Specialist Sarah Beckstrom fucking died because one of these fucking monkeys. Okay,
And she's so young.
Oh yeah, and fortunately, Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf, has pulled through. We have signs that he's been giving the nurses a thumbs up and stuff like that, so he's doing better. All right, but on American soil in the nation's capital, this shit happened, guys. So like, I'm with you guys. Yeah, I'm so glad, right? We're starting to see again. I tell people, watch what he's doing and don't necessarily listen to what he's saying. They're rounding up Somalis, okay, in Minnesota, because of all that shit that's going on.
No,
And
they started doing that in the last week. They started rounding up.
Yeah, they're rounding up Somalis in Minnesota.
Tim Walz might be fucked, dude. He might be going to prison.
I'll believe that when I see it.
But he's been complicit in
correct
some shady ass shit, and now it's going to come out. Most likely they're just going to be like, "Hey, you have to resign as governor." That's most likely what they're.
He's been complicit because he's a retard. Okay, that's really what it is.
Frog-faced retard, dude. He looks like a fucking frog. Have you guys ever noticed that? Like a Battletoad?
Yeah, he's just a retard, right? But this is what I'm saying. Like,
that's what I see. Have you seen the video of him walking down the escalator and he's like, I'm like, dude, you look like a fucking toad.
Yeah, I'm with you, Boosh. I don't.
Well, no, I'm with you too. I don't think they give them a fucking golden parachute. They're like, oh, you're just gonna resign and you'll get your salary for the rest of your life, and
of course
we'll give you Secret Service because you did something stupid. No, pull that Secret Service.
State troopers. It'll be the state troopers for him.
I hate our politicians with a passion. Like fucking term limits now. Like they won't ever vote on it because they're gonna be like, no, we don't want that. We want our $175,000 per year for the rest of our lives.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, what is happening? There's a lot that can be done in these 4 years, believe it or not. The method that the administration is using to start rounding these people up, they've been waiting for things to pop off, right? Like they found out $1 billion of fucking Minnesota state taxpayer money has gone to freaking terrorist organizations. It's why when they finally labeled the Muslim Brotherhood as what they are, a terrorist organization, now you can start going after some of these organizations that do business with them. Okay? All right? And they were getting money, from this deal and that deal from USAID that doesn't fucking exist anymore, essentially. Okay? There's a method to that madness that's actually going to have a solid effect in the right direction. It's not happening fast enough because that's just not, unfortunately, how it works. But I'm telling you guys, over the next 3 years, there's going to be more and more of this shit coming out, and more of this shit getting ripped up.
What the heck?
And it needs to.
Sorry, that's my daughter.
That's okay.
I mean, even digging into like, everyone was talking about CR and like just all that stuff that was getting pretty big, and Democrats not signing and who's not signing. And I think the problem is things look so good on the surface, right? In theory, would it be great for everyone to live this utopian life where everyone has healthcare and money falls from the sky? It'd be great. But when you're digging into these things and looking at where chunks of this money are going, like, why were we going to send all this money to Africa to like protect a plant?
Because
or whatever that was. Right. And it makes you wonder, are we really sending it there to protect the plant, or are we money
No,
laundering and trafficking?
it's money laundering. Yeah, it's money
Right.
laundering. It's
But no
legal
one wants
fucking
to see that.
right. Well, we see it. I get you, but it listen, okay. It is the reason why they're breaking it. These are fights that have to happen. They're not fighting enough. Okay, I'm not even remotely happy with the Republican Party in Washington right
Yeah.
now. We are going to lose out. They're going to lose fucking control. All right, next year after the elections, and the Senate's probably going to hold on by fucking
A
tooth and
thread.
fucking nails. Okay, and really that's because they didn't jump on the opportunity to do things that they could have codified some stuff. All right, and I was against, by the way, I was, because I understand the Constitution, I was actually vehemently against the nuclear option. But then after I started thinking about it, okay, I was like, you know what's going to
As was
happen?
I. I was too
But
for a long
but
time.
I started to think about it, because like I was like, constitutionally I understand, okay, why we need something like that, because the minority should always have a voice. But then I thought about it a little bit, and I was like, you know what's going to happen? They're going to take power and they're going to fucking exercise that, and we will
Hmm.
never be able to fight back on anything. So we might as well do that now and get things signed into law. Okay, we still got, believe it or not, we still got till fucking next November to do something like that and fix shit.
Yeah.
Okay, we still got a year. Okay, a little bit under a year to actually just get stuff done. I don't think they have the balls to do that, because the Republicans in the Senate are more milk toast than the Republicans in the House. Okay, but like, the more and more I thought about it, I was like, we might as well just fucking do it, because they're gonna do it to us. It's
Well,
coming.
that
It's
and
gonna come. They're gonna do it to us.
so that was my thing and I think we spoke about this in one of the I forget which one it was, but it was in the last couple of weeks we've spoken about it, and I was vehemently against it as well because I'm a constitutionalist. Like, go by the
Right.
Constitution, whatever. The nuclear option, like, don't use it because then they're going to use it against us the next
Yeah,
chance to
yeah.
get. But then the more you think about it, they're going to do that anyways.
They're gonna do it
They're
anyway.
they're just
They're
going
gonna
to
do
be
it
like
anyway.
they're going to be, because they don't play by the rules.
They don't.
They
They
don't.
never have. They
They
never will.
cheat. They lie. They're fucking retarded motherfuckers. I hate them. I hate them so
Yeah.
much. I fucking hate liberals. I do.
Most of us do, man.
I fucking hate them. I like.
Yeah. It's again. They're. I'm with you on that, man. Again, I thought about it. I had to think about it, because I even on the show I said I don't know. I was explaining it to somebody, because they were asking about, well, what is this nuclear option? Because they asked, and we explained to them about what it would mean and what it would entail
Takes
and stuff
away
like that.
gender
Why I was
marry.
against it.
Yeah.
Yeah, why I
It
was
makes it
against
to
it
where
at
if
the
you have
time.
a majority, you're automatically going to pass whatever bill it is. Like,
Correct. And get it to the if you
that's
essentially
that's the retarded
yeah.
version of it. You know, if
Yeah,
we're
well, it's
talking
not
retards, like,
yeah, it's gonna get through. No, it's gonna get through everything and get to the president, essentially.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. I'm with you, Jonathan and Bush.
Oh,
Absolutely, ban
100%. We
lobbying
should
altogether.
absolutely ban lobbying, especially APAC. Fucking hate them.
Yeah, but okay, but you guys, there's more than just APAC. You guys, I know you guys like to
Dang.
aim in on APAC. There's more than APAC.
Because APAC elects like 93% of our fucking
Dude,
congressmen and Senate.
Qatar has taken with China has taken over our fucking schools, bro.
Farmlands.
And
Farmlands. Let's talk about
there's way more.
farmlands.
It's not just
I'm too
APAC.
scared to talk about APAC because in case they ever want to pay me.
I don't want to
it's
get
not-
paid. I don't want to get
I
paid
don't
by
want to
them.
get paid. Yeah,
Honestly,
I
it's
could care
just
less.
a rumor
I
online
would-
already,
No,
so
I
I
know,
just play
right? I
into
know.
it.
But
I
what I'm
fucking hate
trying to
them.
say is it isn't just APAC. Like we can,
Yeah.
yes, we can hit on that, and we can zero in on that. But it's like there's more, okay, than just APAC. All right, that's fucking shit. Russia too, okay. China. There's just like the lobbying in this country from all angles is absolutely insane and should just be completely and totally illegal at this point. All right, because they absolutely control, okay, the House of Representatives and the Senate. It's insane. It's absolutely insane.
But that's my
so-
thing. Any lobbying, period. I don't care what it is. It could be fucking tobacco, pharmaceutical, APAC. Get rid of it. Do not allow lobbying anymore because it's not in the interest of the United States citizens. It's in the
100%.
interest of fucking companies. And I
But
think
not just the
Democrats,
companies, but it's not
liberals,
just the
far
companies.
left
It's
liberals, and far right Republicans can all agree that Lobbying is fucking bullshit.
No, but the far left, the far left is in on the fucking lobbying too. That's what I'm saying. Like they talk. They've been
Trying to
talking
bring
that
us
for a long
together,
time.
goddammit.
Yeah, it's
Sorry,
not.
God.
It just
I'm
it is.
sorry.
It should just be
I mean
gone.
that.
Period.
I did
There's
not
just
mean
no.
I've been drinking. Please forgive me.
There's just no. It should just be gone. Absolutely gone. I like. You
100%.
won't
I
get any.
agree.
There's
There's
just
no
no
debate
reason
on it.
for
It's
it.
just like get rid of it, please.
The lobbying helps all these fuckers line their pockets with money, right? Because then they do the
Yep.
insider trading and they do it all legally.
Look at
Okay,
Nancy
I'm
Pelosi.
sure there's
Look at,
there's
no, they don't do
kickbacks
it.
too.
They don't do it legally. When they
They
get
do.
caught for insider trading, do you know what their punishment is?
Yeah, but
A
here, but this is what I'm saying,
$5,000 fine. $5,000 fine and a slap. Don't do it again.
Pocket
bro.
change.
They don't do it. They
But
don't.
for
They
them,
don't.
that's pocket change.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they
But
it's
but
all fucking.
if any three of us got caught insider trading, you know what we get?
We
20
go to
years.
jail, just like
20
Martha
years.
Stewart.
It's like we fucking committed murder. They're like, "Yep, 20 years for you, bitch," and you're like,
Yeah.
"Fuck."
It's like I said, man. It is just a
I don't know if it's
fucking
20 years. I think it's 5 years, but either way,
yeah. Yeah, look at
doesn't
Martha
matter.
Stewart.
You're still
Yeah.
you're still going to fucking prison, dude.
Martha Stewart did like 99% less, okay, than every fucking congressman and woman in in our government, all right, and every senator that they all insider trade. They walk in. Look at Marjorie Taylor Greene, okay? She fucking went in worth $700,000 because of her family business. She's worth what, some like 25 million or some shit like that. Okay, now, all right, and now she resigning right after her pension is vested so that she can get paid by by the taxpayers for the rest of her fucking life, along with her $25 million in insider trading that she was doing.
That pissed me off that she's like, "Oh, I'm stepping down on January 5th, and then on the
Yeah.
3rd is when she's fully
Yeah,
vested."
because January
That
3rd
shit
she's fully
pisses me off.
vested.
Or yeah, sorry, January 3rd. She's fully vested. I'm stepping down on the 5th. No, step
Yeah.
down on the 2nd, bitch. Fuck you.
Yeah.
And there should be some way that like Congress or Senate or Trump can be like, nope, you already said you were stepping down. You don't get your vestment. Fuck you. Like you
Yeah.
should have said it after the date. We don't give a fuck. Fuck
To be
you. The
honest,
American.
Trump can be a little weak on some stuff. I mean, I
I
voted for
agree.
Very
Trump and
weak on
I
stuff.
like Trump, but there's some stuff
I
where I'm
agree.
like, why are you being so weak?
Yeah.
No. I completely agree. There's shit that I don't
Yeah.
like that Trump is doing, and I'm like, I've been outspoken about it, and people are like,
Yeah,
oh, well, you're
same.
MAGA. They go, oh, well, you're MAGA. You wear a MAGA hat. Yeah, I do. I like majority of the shit that he does. That does not mean I cannot be critical of him.
Yeah,
Correct.
right. And we should be critical
The
of
fuck?
him. We voted for him. We
Yeah.
want
Right.
him to do what
We
we
should be
asked
the
for.
most critical of him.
I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. So, listen, I'm always, like I said, I don't pay attention to what he says anymore. I just watch what he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Actions
like
do speak.
yeah, he
Actions
speaks
speak
a
louder
lot.
than
He
words.
speaks a lot. He road runners the fuck out of everybody, and then he goes meep meep, and he takes off, and everybody's sitting there looking like looking like the fucking coyote, okay, with one of those failed Acme traps that doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? So like I stopped. I
Honestly, he
stopped.
is a cartoon character. If he's
Because we
anything,
haven't
he's a
had one
cartoon
yet.
character.
Yeah. Yeah, I just like, gotta watch what but again, we do what we do because we have to, and we should absolutely
Here's your cue, Eric.
okay.
Here's your
Hey,
cue.
we got a furry sighting, not to be confused with people who want to be furries. They're weirdos. Mr. Scott, what is going on, Mr. Scott
We do
Austin?
a
Good to
furry
see you.
sighting every show. It's a kind of a thing now.
None of my furries are nearby, right?
Oh,
Problem.
well, he
Yeah.
has one eye. He's actually pretty dope.
Yeah.
Come on, buddy. Come on. Want to come up? All right. There you
What
go.
you got there? Oh, he's
It's
back
Zorro.
with you.
I
Zorro's chilling
picked him
again.
up off his little bed, and then he's like, no, I want to come up in your lap. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
I love that he's a
Guys,
cyclops. How cool.
I know,
He
it's
just-
fucking rad.
Yeah, he's pretty awesome.
He's the best. He's the
Guys,
best.
make sure, just want to give you guys some updates, okay? If you're just joining us tonight, the Girl Dad Official's hanging with us again tonight. Red Day is off today. He's traveling with family and whatnot. He'll be back on Friday. and we have KaylaVerbatim with us. We've been having a great, fantastic discussion about just about everything. You guys know how we do. We start in one direction and end up somewhere else, but we always bring it back to where where we started. Uh,
I
sign
get
up for the
very
Discord,
passionate about
fam.
shit, you know.
It's all good, man. So do I. Just make sure you signed up for the Discord and you're
I'm gonna go
voting. All
bathroom
right,
again real quick. Hold on.
for movie night. This dude cracked the fucking seal, and he can't hold this
He
shit.
ruined it.
uh, crack the seal. Yeah, he's kissing his pussy on camera. Saw that? uh, guys, make sure you're hitting up the Discord. December 13th is movie night. It looks like Die Hard is winning right now. So if you guys are into any of the other movies that are on the list, you guys can vote for them. We got Nightmare Before Christmas, Home Alone, Die Hard, The Santa Claus, Scrooged, and Jingle All the Way. And Jonathan will not vote unless there's a tie. So you guys got to go there. He's going to be taking it down probably in about a week, or rather the voting's going to stop. So make sure you get in there. We've been having some pretty good movie nights lately. It's been pretty damn cool. More and more people have been showing up every. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm telling you, Boosh. Come hang with us on the 13th. You definitely come chill with us.
I'm gonna join just so I can vote for Jingle All the Way.
Did you click the link?
I'm going to click the link right now.
Oh, okay. Where'd you go find it? Because we could drop it in there again.
I found it.
Hang on 1 second. I will drop the Discord link in there for you.
Guys, everybody vote for Jingle All the Way or else.
There you go. There's the link. It's in the, what do you call it? The Rumble chat.
Beautiful.
So, yep, guys,
Amazing.
let's get it going. Let's keep the voting going and whatnot. And while you're at it, this holiday season, pick up some Scars and Stripes coffee, family. There's my affiliate link is in the description. You guys will automatically get a discount through that affiliate link. And great coffee, great brand, great family that owns it. Chad Watts, he's a man. All his mottos, you guys know his motto for the company, right? It's faith, family, and freedom. Okay.
Yes, I get you. Chelsea says hi, by the way.
Oh, tell Chelsea I said hello. So make sure you pick up some Scars and Stripes coffee, fam. Great coffee. Absolutely tastes fantastic. I absolutely love the family. It's good. All right, Kay has joined. So everybody who's just wave to Kay.
I've entered the Discord.
Ooh, hold on. Let me go give you a wave. Hold on.
Yep. We got a wave to Kay. Wait,
Make sure you vote for Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh no. I already told them that they have to vote for Jingle All the Way or else.
No. It's Nightmare Before Christmas. Let me tell you.
That's a good one too, but Jingle All the Way is just. It hits every time.
He hates that. I keep promoting it every single stream. He's like, no, don't listen to him. I'm like, no, Nightmare Before Christmas. Let's go.
Well, I don't hate the movie or anything. I just want people to vote their conscience, vote their feelings. Do not be swayed by anybody,
no,
fam.
Be
you
swayed.
Vote for what you want.
Be swayed.
Be swayed.
But the question is, if you voted for it, are you gonna come hang though, Kayla? Are you
gonna
come hang?
Of course.
All right.
If Jingle All the Way wins, I'll be there.
Oh,
no, it's not an if. You have to be a trooper, and you go with whatever movie.
Okay, fine.
If you voted, you got to come in and hang.
And it's cool. You just type about the movie. You're like, you watch it. I figured out that, and I think Eric taught me this. I could stream my laptop to my TV.
Yeah,
which is awesome.
Yeah.
And so I didn't know I could do that. I was like, I'm fucking old, so I don't know.
We do that. We'll do that in my Discord. That way you can still like talk to people in the chat.
Yeah.
That's fun and interactive.
That's
like you're watching a real movie.
Yeah, it's fun, and then you get to chat with people and like be like, oh, haha, that was really funny, Or
I do want to say though, the fact that I'm losing is really upsetting.
What you're losing on your? I'm fucking.
I'm the only vote for that movie.
Yeah, I'm the only vote. I'm the only vote for my movie. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Well,
Me
we
too.
need
So
5
like,
more votes or 4 more votes for my movie. Let's go.
nah,
Let's go,
Die Hard is
everybody.
up. Guys, Die Hard is up at 40%, man.
I know. I'm not
Uh,
mad about it because that is probably the greatest Christmas movie of all time. But
yeah.
Nightmare Before Christmas is I mean, it's a
It's a
special
good
place in my
movie.
heart. Yeah. I have a inflatable Jack Skellington, all right?
My dad absolutely loves that movie. He always wants to watch it around Christmas time.
It's a great I like watching. I do the Harry Potter series every year because I'm a huge nerd.
That Kayla, did you see Kayla's message in the Discord? She
Oh,
says
hold
if you
on.
don't vote for she says if you don't vote for Jingle All the Way, you're a furry.
I just showed up in the Discord for like 3 minutes to just threaten everybody.
Yeah, she's like, she goes, I don't make the rules. You got everybody laughing.
Yeah, I'm a
See?
complete fool on Discord. Sorry in advance.
See what
Hey
you
Chelsea.
let's see what you like to be more.
Wait. What is he saying? If you don't vote for Nightmare Before Christmas, you're a tranny.
I'd rather be a furry than a tranny. I'm not gonna lie.
Look at Boosh. Boosh is like, well, shit, shave my ass and call me a furry then.
But are you a tranny? That's the thing.
Oh, did you see what Jonathan said? Jonathan
You don't
says if
show
you
up
don't
for
show up
movie night.
for movie night, then you
Ah!
love Joe Biden.
Oh shit.
It's freaking awesome.
Love it. Fine, I'll
Freaking
be
love
there.
it.
I love how we're having a separate conversation in Discord while we're on fucking.
We had to get our votes in, you guys. It was an important moment.
Listen, man, voting is very important. Do not listen to the black pillars. You absolutely must vote.
Oh my god.
Even as locally as Discord, guys.
Yes.
So
that is as local as it gets. Is the Discord?
So do you guys know who King Gentry is?
Yes.
Yes.
I've had
The
conversations
guy that
with
beat his
him many
the guy
times.
that beat his kid and got convicted for child
Yeah.
abuse, and he's a piece of shit human being. I fucking hate
Yes.
that guy so much. So he
Yeah.
posted a video. He's like, I think it's time that we start forgetting about 9/11.
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
saw that.
you saw
I
that
don't
one?
think he believes half the things he says. Because
He
I've
doesn't. They
debated him before, and he does
I
not.
responded to it though. I said, well, then it's the time that you forget about slavery.
Yes, Lethal Weapon
Straight
is the
up.
Christmas movie.
Forget about history. Just forget about all history.
Yeah,
Just
forget about
it all.
slavery. I think it's time that you let that go, buddy. I'm glad that
Yeah.
I could end racism in one video.
Yeah, I saw your
Abraham
post.
Lincoln, never heard of him.
Yeah, I saw
Right?
I saw your post.
Yeah, that shit was funny.
Nina,
Dude,
you got 7 days, hon.
Dude, Kayla and Claire and Chad Yanni, all them, they were like DMing me. They're like, dude, they're like, you need to be careful, bro. Like, I was like, I don't care. I'm like, I don't give a shit. Like, what's he gonna do? Dox me? Go ahead. You're gonna get lead poisoning. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, we got people, like you said, that got a conversation going in the chat and the freaking Discord at the same time. I love it.
Ooh, living on the computer right now. LOL. And
Bush says,
what's up, Mills? How you doing, buddy?
Bush says, slavery, they can't even get rid of let January 6th go. So true.
For real?
So
So
true.
real.
So true.
Someone turn that into a video right now.
Oh god, please, someone go remix that fucker's video. I hate that guy. I want to be locked in a room for like 5 minutes with a couple different people. Like, Chris Valenti is one of them. I'd love just 5 minutes with him. The Kresenstein brothers, or however you say that, I would love that. There's that mousy looking dude who thinks he's super smart. He's a liberal. Has like poofy hair, and he's a fucking retard.
Oh, Ian?
What's his last name? What's his screen name or whatever?
I don't remember, but his name's Ian, and he has lobster emojis. Are you thinking about him?
Maybe,
I don't know. He has like circle glasses and curly poofy hair, and he talks in a deep monotone voice.
No, he doesn't have glasses, but he does speak in a very monotone voice. And I'm like, I would love to just be locked in a room with these guys for like 5 minutes. Like, let's go. Like, I'll take all three of them on one versus three. Let's fucking go.
YouTube, we are not promoting violence tonight. Just want to fucking set that out there for you guys.
Just make sure they all have their
This is all fantasy, YouTube.
Yeah,
it's all fantasy.
This is all alleged.
This is all speculation. Okay, this is
speculation and fantasy. All right. It's my dream. So
this is a wish list.
I'll do. It's a wish list. It's a wish list. I just wish 3 versus 1. Let's go. Winner takes all.
It's
Okay,
just a game
internet.
of
He's
it's
talking
just
about like a
it's
hand
just a game of
wrestling
King of the Mountain. That's all he's
thing.
talking
Just
about. A
thumb
game of
Yeah,
King
wrestling,
of the
dude.
Mountain.
Thumb wrestling.
yeah,
It's thumb
Yeah.
wrestling. 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare
yeah.
thumb
It's
war.
it's King of the Mountain. We played it, or we all
Yeah.
played it in elementary school. That's all we're talking about. King of the
I
Mountain.
forgot I forgot we were on YouTube tonight. I'm sorry. Normally it's just Rumble,
Boo says so. He wants to be alone for 5 minutes with random men. Got it.
Yes.
Somebody clipped that together in the most out of context, inappropriate way
Oh,
that
it'd be
you can
great.
only
I
like.
love it. I would laugh at it. I don't care. We
And
got a
then
clip.
and then make sure Brittany's in it too.
Oh, Brittany's awesome. You guys want to see Brittany? Should
Oh my,
Brittany
I'm
make an appearance?
surprised she's not here.
Should Brittany make an appearance tonight, guys?
Oh
Oh
my
God.
gosh. Don't
I
bring
had
Brittany
Brittany on.
out. I'm
I
scared.
had Brittany on the 24th. We had
I don't
enough of
know.
Brittany for now.
Too soon,
Are
too
you
soon.
sure? Are you
We can bring
sure?
Brittany back on another date.
Brittany. Oh, she's right there. It's like the Green Goblin. It's like the
You
Green
can bring
Goblin.
Brittany.
I'm kind of making her famous in the chat of
Dude, I,
TikTok.
I fucking love it. It's
So Mr. Scott wants to know if you were talking about Destiny.
no, that's another one. That is another one that I like. I fucking hate that guy.
Yeah,
That
everybody
guy,
hates him.
I don't like Hassan. I had one of my this girl follows me and she's super liberal, and she's just like she's a hater, right? And she's like Hassan would beat your ass. I'm like, no, like 30 seconds and he'd be crying.
Yeah, I just don't. Again, I don't listen to whiny little men, dude. I can't. It's
Dude,
just like I can't do it.
I
It's just
fucking
like
hate
there's
that guy's like,
nothing
oh,
masculine.
we should gut your entrails and make you bleed on the street. I'm like, let's
You
go
could
then.
try.
Let's
You
go.
could try.
I don't care.
Hassan would never do that in real life. He probably doesn't leave the house.
That's what I'm talking about. It's
Dude,
like
Hassan's
again, these guys, you got to understand that these people, they're not going to do that themselves. They're trying to incite others to do it
Yeah,
for them.
exactly.
Okay, and then they'll claim that, well, I didn't tell
Oh, I
anybody
didn't
to do
incite.
that.
I didn't tell
stuff like
anybody to do
Yeah, I
that.
didn't tell anybody.
Yeah, you
So
did.
that's really
Like
what it
Jolly
is.
Good Ginger is one of the main reasons that someone went out and shot National Guardsmen. Jolly Good Ginger is one of the, because he's out in DC every day and he's like, oh, fuck these guys. Oh, we need to fucking hurt them. Like he's inciting violence. And then when it happens, he's like, oh, we're not doing that, guys. We're not doing that. That's not us. But you were just saying like 5 minutes ago, the fuck? Like, fuck Jolly Good Gingivitis. I hate that guy too. That's another one. That guy just falls over himself anyway, so what the fuck does it
I've
matter?
never talked to him personally, but I've seen enough to know.
I fucking hate that guy. There's a lot of people that I just don't like that I would love to, I'm well trained.
Yeah.
All I need
Thumb
is
wrestle.
Yeah, thumb wrestle them.
Right.
Yeah, thumb wrestling. Just remember, keep it to thumb wrestling.
And I'm exhausted, Jonathan. I understand that. Like I said, all I would need is 30 seconds, and they're gonna be crying. So, like, I guarantee none of those people have any combat experience whatsoever, at all.
No,
Yeah,
definitely
no.
not.
Again, I don't listen to little whiny dudes, so like it's just not my thing.
I have to react. I have to react to them though, Eric. That's how I make a living.
I know, but that's you. And when you get another 10 years in when you hit my age, then you'll be like, yeah, I'm not wasting my time with these.
Hopefully, I'm
fucking
making
dipshits.
like 30 grand a month at that point. But shit. Crazy John sent another email. You should hit. Okay. So off topic.
Oh God, here we go.
Our HOA has this guy that sends the craziest fucking emails, and this guy's just like out of pocket, right? So my neighbor, who I'm like really good friends with, is on the board, and he's like, dude, this person just replied to the email. You should hit him with the tiny elf meme from Elf. It's an angry little elf. So I'm about to hit this guy. I'm gonna get the meme. I'm gonna paste it in there. I'm like, this guy's an angry little elf. So I'm gonna do it right now on stream.
Oh man.
But no one likes this guy. He doesn't even live in the neighborhood. He just owns a house here. So here we go.
So he's like Eric Swalwell.
He's a fucking. This guy is a He's a little bitch.
Except,
3 hours ago,
except he didn't bang Fang Fang.
Wait, hold on. No, he didn't bang Fang Fang. The fact that Eric Swalwell is trying to fucking run for governor is insane to me.
That's even better for the Republicans. Let them all just continue to eat each other up. That's awesome.
The problem is that there's so many Republicans running that the Democrats are going to be like, oh, we only have Eric Swalwell. And then he already has name recognition, though.
Yeah, but they got that chick Porta-John Juice. What's her name?
Yeah, she's running too, but she's going to step down. She's going to step down, 100%. She'll step down to give it to Eric.
I'm with you, Jonathan. I think the CCP took fucking Fang Fang out. Too much.
Hold on. Yeah. I'm finding this thing. Oh, where is it? I need to find the meme.
You need to keep those in a separate folder.
Did you guys hang on? Did I? Did you guys you guys all know who Just Gina is, right? I know all of you who are following know who Just Gina is. So Just Gina was on with us on Saturday. Did you leave? You had left, James, right? You were gone.
I was there for like an hour. Gina came on and I was with her for a little while. Is she in?
Well, no. Okay, so I just want to play a song for you guys that was made about her, because remember we were talking about her squirt machine?
Yes, that was funny as hell.
All right, so just so you guys know, okay, we had what do you call it? Suno is an incredible thing. Tomby made a song about her.
No.
What is a squirt machine? Do I want to ask?
She just has a she has a humidifier in the back of her.
It's like it's a diffuser that does nice.
Yeah, it's just like, but it's a humidifier, right? Because
we called it. What did we call it again?
I called it. I said what. So on Friday we were on a show together called Bourbon and Beer. So I was like, Gina, why do you have a squirt machine in the back? And it turned into like 15 minutes. We were just going off on it, all right? And then so I brought it up again on Saturday. She popped in and stuff. And Tomby, the other salty dog host, my British fucking brother from another mother, made a song about her. Okay. And it was just absolutely hysterical. I just could not stop laughing. So I told her I'm playing it like every chance I get. So we're going to get a little bit of Gina tonight. All right, guys, you guys are going to get a nice treat. This is compliments of the real Tomly Booze about Just Gina.
Well, down in the chat on a Saturday night, there's a tiny little lass who keeps the room just right. She ain't tall, no sir, she's fun size fame. And when her humidifier starts, oh boy, it's rain. Cause she taps that button, lets the vapor fly, looks at chat saying stay hydrated, guy. And every Rumble viewer from here to Maine knows Gina keeps it moist like a Boston rain. Oh, Just Gina's got the mister. She's a squirter, not a sister, keeping all the folks from getting dry tonight. She's a streamer, she's a riot, chat gets loud, she don't deny it. She just sprays that humid air till we're feeling right. Now she's 5 foot nothing, but she stands real proud. Call her short and you hear it clear across the crowd. But she'll laugh, hit the button, take a sip of tea, say you better moisturize, don't be crusty on me. Her chat goes wild when the vapor pops. It's raining in the studio, nobody stops, and the whole dang stream sings loud and clear. Gina, keep it misty, we need moisture here. Oh, Just Gina's got the mister. She's a squirter, not a sister, filling all the dry old hearts with pure delight. She's the queen of moist ambition, humidifier on a mission, turning dusty Rumble nights into Boston bride. Oh, cowboy hat, Red Sox shirt, press that button, poof, water in the dirt. She ain't shy, she ain't scared, she's the moisture marshal, fully prepared. Yeah, Just Gina's got the mister, humidity resistor, keeping country Boston vibes flowing all night long. She's the short stack, storm creator, moisture generator, and we love her, cause Gina brings the weather to the song.
Yeah, that was
That
it,
was I'm fucking done, bro.
yeah, that was Tommy. Compliments of Tommy Booze. He just like
Tommy, good fucking job, brother.
that was absolutely I could not stop laughing. Her and I were just cracking up back there and whatnot. I don't know if
God,
that
that's funny as hell, bro.
yeah, God, I don't guys, did you guys hear that or not? Because that would kind of suck if you guys didn't.
Oh God,
I
it
didn't
was
see I
fantastic.
didn't see it coming up on the screen, which blows if that's the
Yeah,
case.
that was fantastic.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Holy
Anyway,
shit,
we're getting
dude.
ready to we are getting I know it was absolutely it was he was Tommy was the best with that. Like
Tom,
he
dude,
literally
I loved meeting Tommy the other night. He's just a cool fucking dude. He really
he
is.
is, man. He is just a good dude,
He's
man.
just a good fucking dude.
Yeah, he is. uh yeah, he's good, man. He's always trying to help people out, stuff like that. He's fantastic with his knowledge about, for creators trying to give people information to make their shows better and stuff like that, giving them anything they need. Like you saw, he handed all the links he gave us on what do you call it on Saturday were freaking awesome. So anyway, we're getting ready to go here, fam. So we are gonna start with Kayla. Kayla, plug whatever you want to plug, say whatever you want to say, let everybody know where they can find you.
Yeah, I mean, on pretty much everything, I'm just Kayla Verbatim. I mostly post on TikTok. I'm trying to get more into Instagram, and he's trying to help me with Facebook, but I am like literally Facebook clueless. But
Yeah, I got to get going
we're
there
That's
too.
trying.
where you make all your money, man. Facebook, I'm
I
telling you.
know.
You guys
I'm
want to
trying to
make
get
money?
there.
Go post on Facebook.
Right now, I'm posting the whole
I made
school
$400 today.
board journey. So hopefully everyone can find the playlist on my TikTok. It's like from the day it happened, and I posted my entire speech to the school board. So if anyone wants to see what I said, but I am documenting like the whole journey, everything I'm doing. I've posted all the homework. I have name dropped everybody. And I will
Nice.
be back at the next school board meeting next week
Good.
doing it all over again. So.
Yep. Stay vigilant. Stay on top of it. Don't let up. Hopefully more people will start popping up and stuff like that. You heard it, Mr. Scott. Awesome. Okay, thank you. I wasn't sure.
Also,
Like
if anyone's interested
Hey,
in
plug your
like
other TikTok that you started too.
I was gonna say that so
Okay.
we have a foundation, it's called the Life Initiative. We helped connect mothers in need that are pregnant and considering abortion. We have post-abortion care. We have all the resources to send them and to connect them to the places in their states. So that's just at the Life Initiative, and you can find that all on my normal TikTok.
what's up,
4 more
Yankee?
minutes and keep free.
Yeah, we're heading out of here in like 3 minutes, brother. Um, yeah,
He was gonna rate us.
yeah, he was gonna rate us. Yeah, they got quite a few people. Yeah, you heard it, Nina? Okay. I'm just glad you guys heard it because that shit was absolutely funny. Yeah, so I have your link tree up there. If they hit your link tree in the description, they'll be able to get
Yep.
there.
They can
Okay.
find everything there. I have a debate Discord. It also has all the sources because I debate any and every topic, usually live on TikTok.
Right.
So
Seen it.
literally anything you could need, I have, so anyone can reach out through there.
Right. What were you gonna say, James?
Oh, I said I've seen it. I've seen her debate on
Yeah.
lives because she shares something.
Yeah, I got to make sure we got to make so guys, make sure you sign up for her Discord as well. The link tree in the description will absolutely take you there. Yeah, Gina and Sean are awesome. I'm actually going to be on with Gina and Sean on the 12th. So I'll be there because they start at 10 p.m. So I'll be there for the first hour, and then I'm going to move over to Bourbon and Beer and hang out with the Bourbon and Beer guys to close out their show
They
and
don't
whatnot with
let me
Yankee
in
Free and
yet.
everybody.
They don't let me in. They don't like me.
Nah, you just gotta keep, Yankee freaking at some point. You just gotta keep showing up, man. That's how he does, man. He filters everything, and whatnot. But it'd be a fun time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
Gina
yeah,
and
for
Sean are
sure.
awesome. I'm looking forward to actually hanging with them on the 12th. I got to hang with them on Bourbon and Beer. It was awesome. Uh, so it was the first time I got to chill with them because this past Friday I was literally on Bourbon and Beer for 5 hours and it was the best time. Freaking awesome. All you guys are always awesome over there as well. So it's always good to chill. And Republic Sentinel showed up. We hadn't seen him in months. He finally popped in. It was good to see him again. Which, if you're listening, Republic brother, can you sign up on the Discord already so we can chat and I can get your damn email so I can freaking make a link for you? We got to get you on the show, man. All right. So, all right, guys, we got what's coming up. Wednesday is another Break the Machine. Blondie will be back on Wednesday. On Friday, we have Peyton Jackson, who's going to be with us again. She's running for Texas 33.
Ooh,
That's
fuck
for the
yeah,
U.S.
let's
House.
go!
Okay, she's coming to hang with us. You guys have met her before. She's going to be with us on Friday night. Red Day will be back
I was like,
on
what?
Friday as well. Next Monday, got to figure that out. I don't know what we got on Monday. Don't think we have anybody booked just yet, but that'll probably change. Um, then next Wednesday is Warrior Wednesday. We got Joey Polk, which is James' best friend, one of his boys. I got to speak to him over the weekend. He's gonna come hang with us and whatnot. That's the week going into movie night. All right, and then Friday on the 12th, we're supposed to have Mostly Peaceful Latinas. That's Linda Quadros. You guys
Nope.
know her also as Linda
I
Catalina,
think
and
I
Isabella.
think me and her were like following each other, and and
Probably.
I was in the chat, and I'm like, oh hey, and she's like, oh hey, I follow you. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
shit. All right.
Yeah, so Bella and
Always
Linda
fun.
is supposed to, as of right now, they have still confirmed to come hang with us on a Friday night. We'll be talking about the Miami media matrix and Antifa and shit like that in Miami, the stuff that's going on there. If you guys have been following them, they were actually very instrumental in helping getting the mayor elected, helping the school board become more conservative and stuff like that. Bella and Linda had a big part of that. They were out at school boards, they were out on the ground doing their thing, and they were just pounding dirt, okay, to help people get elected in 2020 and 2024. So it'd be good. It'd be a great discussion with them next Friday, and then next Saturday, fam, we're gonna have movie night. All right. So next Saturday it'll be Salty Dog. I am having a Salty Dog show this weekend as well. Girl Dad'll be there, Tom B. I got some other people hopefully gonna stop by. And then the 15th, we have you guys have seen him in the chat. B Money is gonna be on the show. He's gonna talk crypto, finance, and whatnot. It should be a
My
good
my
show. I've been wanting.
my daughter's just made this for me.
Oh, that looks really tasty. That looks fantastic. Yeah, that
Huh.
looks good. I'd probably crush that.
It's a potato bun
Uh-huh.
with. Yeah, I'm a little bit scared, but it's all right.
Yeah, just do it. You're gonna enjoy it. It's all love. Your daughter's made it for you. You're gonna love every bite, every morsel of that's gonna be fantastic,
Exactly.
man. Because you're the
Exactly.
girl dad, so it's gonna be fantastic, dude. But yeah, we gotta find somebody, by the way, to raid here. Beyond the Noise is they're closing up too. Oh man, off-label whiskey. I've had Handy News. I've done them a couple of times. Have I done the Whiskey Captain? I don't think I have done the Whiskey Captain. We are going to raid the Whiskey Captain tonight, guys. I don't think I've ever raided him, but I see that he's on because I follow him.
Make sure you say hi in the chat and we'll follow.
Yeah, absolutely. When you get in there, make sure even if it's just for a couple of minutes, just say what's up. Do what you got to do. Let them enjoy the raid and whatnot. And it might not necessarily be what you want to listen to, but it's always courteous for us to raid people. We're trying to continuously build our communities up and whatnot. So this is how we do it here on Rumble. Well, fam, great night. Kayla, thank you again for coming to hang with us. You have an
Yeah,
open
thank you for
invitation.
having me
You have
anytime.
an open invitation to come back anytime
Oh,
you
I
want.
would love
You gotta,
to.
if you have an update and you want to update us on some stuff, just tell us you want to come back and we will set it up. And you guys all know the girl dad. He'll fucking be hanging around. He's
With the
always lurking.
furries.
He's lurking around with us
Always
with the
with the
furries.
furries.
And those of you who were lurking and didn't engage, we still see it as engagement. We still love you guys. We still appreciate you all and whatnot because it's still engagement to us, those of you who are hanging out in the background.
We
Well,
appreciate
fam,
you lurkers.
Yep.
absolutely. I am the big red one guy, reminding you that together and only together can we break the machine. God bless you all. God bless America. And have a good night. Sending you guys over to the Whiskey Capitalists podcast now. Make sure you guys say hello. And I'll see you all on Wednesday. Have a good night, fam. And there.
And we're